I don't care anymore. So, now would be a premium time for somebody to tell me what happened last time in the wonderful world of Athos.
Denny, are you recapping or am I?
It's up to you. I do have some notes. So your call.
Aaron, you haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't done it in a while, so I'll make an attempt. But Rennie is welcome to correct me on things, because I think we're the only two that really took notes. Okay. So we begin on the 12th of Scorch, which was Troll, and Kayet went parkouring after Clinton to attempt to find him, while the rest of us drug Melistan back to the Thespian house. And I checked on Cassie and let May know that Clinton was missing, which everyone gave me hostility for, but you know what? She deserved to know. And Spurt said that there was someone we could meet at the Thespian house tomorrow, when Kayet asked for more information on Clinton. And Melistan came down and checked on Cassie and joined us, and we discussed what the fuck is going on. Oh, my tea's ready. Okay, I'm gonna keep talking, but I have to go take it off the stove or it's gonna start sounding like a train. Okay, so I know, I can hear it. Okay, so then we discussed that Miago thinks that the altercation was supposed to be a trap for Melistan and Kayet, and he said that the woman. Okay, this part really confused me. I was trying really hard to keep up, but you people were talking too fast about too many threads. So, I think what happened is that the woman Melistan was working with in House Anika started the Mage's Eye, and House Anika was hostile about that. So they hired out hitmen to kill the people they think were involved in the Mage's Eye. I think. And Miago was supposed to go look for people in Balak, and he thinks he was one of the hitmen that was sent to kill Melistan. And Lady Anika saved Melistan's life, so he owes her a debt. So then we also think that Cassie's voice was meant to lure. I wrote down Cassie, but that's not right. It was meant to lure Melistan. Because why would Cassie's voice lure Cassie? I was like, wait, that makes no sense.
Going well.
Let's see. So then Clinton wakes up with a new friend, this super pale lady who's like really nice and, just gives him, some drinks and is like, hey, you want to come do a dance at my wedding? Wouldn't that be cool? And he was like, yeah, that sounds real cool. So then he just rolls up the next morning after we stayed out all night looking for him, and he has puncture marks on his neck. And is real fucking pale and cold. Generally, he looks like shit. We're like, huh, that's weird. And then we promptly move on with our lives and never discuss it again. So we talk about what the fuck we want to do, because we can't leave with Miago and Melistan because they're tied to the city, and Melistan is being hunted, and Miago is giving up his mission that was to kill Melistan. So let's see. Melistan also had a really fun vision about a Strike Queen trying to kill him. That happened. This is now the afternoon/evening of the 13th, I think. Miago went to look around in the area where the murder happened, and he went to a pottery shop called Lazos, something like that. And we were just, asking some very casual questions about the murder, in a very casual and not at all intimidating fashion. And, the shopkeeper was very helpful and not at all intimidated. And as we left the shop, a super sketch man came up to Melistan and Miago and was like, hey, bunch of my friends go missing at night. And Melistan and Miago were like, huh, isn't that interesting? I just noticed Roll20 chat. So Kayet and Clinton and I went back to the Thespian house and met with the woman. Her name was Anicia, and she couldn't sleep because she was having dreams. She and her friend Atonia were leaving their shifts at presumably a whorehouse because she has lipstick. And let's see. LOL can't. Oh, okay. Let's see. They were leaving their shifts and they heard something behind them, but they didn't see anything, so they kept going. And then they saw things crawling on the walls, but they were like, NBD, we're just drunk, LOL. And so then they continued, and then they were trapped between black-haired woman and creepy noises, and black-haired woman did her same sort of charmy thing on Atonia as she did on Clinton, and Atonia was like, wow, I love this lady, and started just like casually walking up to her. Actually showed up, was like, hey, what up? And started trying to attack them. And Anicia went to run away, and Atonia snapped out of it and started to run, but she fell in true horror movie fashion and was attacked by Lizard Lady. And there were much horrible noises, but Anicia kept running and stayed inside all night because she thought there was something waiting outside. Very cool. Clinton went to May's place and chatted with her outside, and then tried to go inside and couldn't because he wasn't invited. Woo! That's exactly what I wrote in my notes. Like, I can send you a screenshot with like different caps on the O's. Yeah.
You're muted, Dan. I got you.
So yeah, and then she invites him inside, and he's like, oh, okay, cool, and goes in with her to help her start packing to come to the thespian house so we can, keep everyone safe. And then Miyago got casually followed by like a bazillion dogs, or one dog. It's entirely unclear which it was. And then met up with May and Clinton. Melistan went and met with Chell, who, is a very cool gentleman, and paid him for some informations. And Chell, I did not write much down about this. I think I kind of spaced out for a little bit because I literally wrote, Chell mentions fishy stuff going on and tells him about some of it. And that's all I wrote.
That's actually good because that's the one note I took is like what Chell told me.
Okay, I figured you probably had notes on that, but I was going back over my notes for the session. I was like, wow, I was really thorough, and then I got to that one, and I was like, what the fuck happened? So let's see. Then Kayette and I went to chat with the kiddos that she's friends with, and the younger kids say they hear dogs at night, and there used to be one or two that came around all normal but the guards killed them, so they don't anymore. We leave them and start to feel like we're being hunted, and Kayette sees someone peeping over the edge of the roof, and starts chasing us from rooftop to rooftop. So we start, booking it. And when we think we have gotten away, we have not. And she descends from the roof and hisses at us, and that's where we left off.
All right. Well, congratulations, Aaron. You're the best around. So go ahead and give yourself a point of inspiration. Not that you'll need it.
I think I'm probably going to need it pretty immediately.
We'll see how it goes.
Fairly immediately.
You're rolling for 2, Aaron. You gotta save.
Yeah, you gotta save everybody.
God, that's horrifying. I thought Dennis was playing Kayette. I'm fucked.
Well, I've got marching orders. I've been scripted.
Oh God.
Okay. Yeah, they worked on an AI, basically a series of if-then logic.
Yeah, if not, I'll ask Rebecca. I'll be like, hey, Rebecca.
Rebecca, Aaron did it again. How do you want to die?
What do you want your last words to be?
Yeah.
No, they will get interrupted halfway through.
What's your dying curse to Shay, the
Yeah.
killer of Kayette?
Exactly. These are the questions we have to ask ourselves. All right, so now we need another question for somebody else to get inspiration, or to disappoint me.
I did a good job on those notes.
You did a great job.
I feel like that was a good recap. Go me.
I could tell.
What?
I could tell about the part about me talking to Chell.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah,
All
fill
right.
us in, Dan,
Even
because
if
I have
it's
no idea
even
what
if it's
happened.
not for inspiration, I'll do it. So, yeah, Chell. I was chatting with Chell, and he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Hey, anything weird?" And he was like, "Yep, weird stuff." He's like,
Yep.
"Yeah, these guys came to town one time." He's like, "Yeah, he told me this cool story." He's like, "Yeah, these strangers came into town, and then folks started going missing. So we threw them into the sea." He was like, "Yeah, these strangers were here, and then people went missing, and we were like, man, that seems odd. To be on the safe side, we're gonna take the strangers and toss them
Throw
into
'em
the
in the
ocean."
sea. Love
Yeah.
that.
So they did throw them into the ocean,
It's
but
pretty
they were
iconic,
like, but
honestly.
as they were throwing them in, they didn't even care. Like no one, they were just like, "Oh, in the ocean, okay, that's fine. We'll be back." And the guys were like, "No, though, you're gonna go down in the ocean."
This
And
is
they're
how
like,
you die, though.
"Yeah." It's like, "No, you don't. You won't though." And they're like, "Nah,
You
but
don't
we will."
understand. You die this way. This is how
Yeah.
we've seen it in the movies.
They're like, they gave some. I'm pretty sure there was a tale where they were like, "We are like a greased up deaf guy to death that he cannot take hold of us. Death cannot hold us like a greased up deaf guy.
Like a
Uh,
greased up deaf guy.
a greased up deaf guy cannot take hold of me." And they had some weird tattoos with some snake stuff, and that was about 15 to 20 days ago that they tossed him into the old ocean,
Right into the drink.
straight in there, straight into
The silty drink.
the great gray. Is it gray? Is silt gray? What color is silt?
I think it's like kind of tannish. I
Is it
assume.
brown? What colors? I'm gonna Google it.
I mean,
Silt.
Tannish brown. Oh,
It's
my
like-
cat says hello.
Yeah, I
It's
heard
like
that.
dirt. It's like very fertile dirt. So it can vary. It depends on.
What's our silt's ocean color? Turquoise.
I've historically gone with a tan kind of color,
Okay.
sort of
Nice,
sandish
nice.
kind of color, you know, but
Nice,
slightly
nice.
different, like a finer. Like think of it as like a finer grain, you know. It's not like actual silt that's like fertile and stuff.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid.
Right. You can't grow anything on this.
Wait, why is Rebecca here? Rebecca, you gotta go shower babies.
Yeah.
or
Why
whatever.
is Rebecca here?
She's
Wait,
eavesdropping.
how is Rebecca in?
She's
Roll
in
20? What's
Discord.
happening?
Yeah,
Alright.
she came in and out of it.
We're playing.
fuck,
We're playing
Rebecca?
now.
All right, we're playing. Okay, Rebecca, roll initiative.
Hmm. We
I'm-
can't hear you, Rebecca,
yeah.
but we sense you.
Yeah, we feel your
We
presence.
sense your presence.
Yeah, it is a presence I have not felt since.
Oh, since that guy cut off my arms and legs and left me in a fire.
No, since I cut
That
off
was-
that guy's.
That
arm.
was the ...
Yeah. I mean, I can see why. He didn't want to say that in front of like all of his guys, because all of his guys would be like, "Whoa,
Whoa, shit.
shit, has it been that long?"
I'm out. Yeah.
Nope.
You got some shit to work. through.
Benefits are not that good.
Lord Vader, we're gonna let you deal with this. Sounds like a personal.
Yeah.
You want to take a personal day?
Correct. All right. So, quiz. Can anyone name the 3 kids that Kayet is friends with?
Okay.
But I
Hang on.
already have inspiration,
1,
so
2,
that
and
won't
3.
be helpful.
Uh,
Kid 1, Kid 2, and Kid 3.
Huey, Dewey.
They
Louie.
do go by that sometimes, yes. They'll answer to Kid 1.
Huey, Dewey, Louie. I made a point not to write it down because I realized as they were being described that these kids were not long for this
I
play.
made a point to not write. Like, there's never been a bigger lie of I made a point not to write it down.
I made a conscious
have-
decision.
Wait, I think I remember some of their names.
I think
Oh,
one was
man.
Cassie. I think.
Yeah,
No, that's
no,
the
that's
that's the little
definitely-
dwarf kid.
Correct.
That's not one of the street kids.
that's your pet.
I mean, she could.
That's
if
your
she,
animal companion.
She backtalks like 2 more times. She's gonna be a street kid.
That's
She's
fair,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
These
I
are
want to
very...
say. Oh man, they were such Roman names, and I recognized all of them from hearing them before in different forms of media, and now I cannot remember.
Like Titus.
This fucking sucks.
Yeah.
No, it was like Cadian, I think was one of them, or something like that. Something like that.
Cool. All right,
Oh,
that's a
fuck,
point of
I can't
inspiration
remember.
right there.
Perfect.
Inspiration.
Wait,
got
there
it.
was one that started with an N, I think. I don't remember.
Yes.
I cannot remember.
I did not
Hang on
write
a
it
You are
down.
number
so-
one.
If y'all can get the other 2 letters,
Wait,
the other
hang on-
2
hang on.
kids.
Hang on a second, real quick.
Just play
Are you
Hangman.
PMing
Wow.
Rebecca?
No, I'm not.
Let's play Hangman.
I'm not doing.
You don't
that
have to text
at all.
Rebecca. You can just ask her. She's in Discord.
Rebecca.
Yeah, I'm not.
Who are
No.
your- Who are your orphans?
She unmuted herself. Here it comes.
Hey, what
I
are
love
the
the
names
fact
of
that
your
Rebecca is
orphans?
in this voice chat right now.
Wait, just tell me right now.
I don't remember. It's in my.
How do you not remember? They're your
These are your
kids.
sweet orphan
These
kids.
are your
Rebecca.
pets.
What
Yeah.
were their names?
I don't remember.
Oh,
all right.
good.
A
You're not gonna
vampire
care.
eats them all. That's,
Yeah, you
that's
won't
what
care.
happened.
We'll
Take them
drown
all
them
away
if you
from
don't
you.
remember.
I don't
their
remember
names.
either, to be fair.
He-
One of them started with a G.
If one of them started with a G, I had an N. We can almost wait. Do we do a hangman and then put all the kids in a
We're doing
burlap
it.
sack and
Hangman.
then Dennis holds them over the river?
Yes.
So good job. Y'all got 2 of the first letters of 2 kids. So all you need is 1 more, and you'll have 3.
Get out of here.
You got N. You got G.
I'm gonna say umlaut is the beginning of the other.
No, dude. It was like
And then one starts with an umlaut on its own.
But
Okay,
that
that's
just-
listen.
yeah.
I've had enough fun with this.
No, no, wait,
which
wait,
is a
wait.
lot.
one more time. Give me 1 second. Antonio was one of them,
No,
right? No, come on.
there's no Antonio I know of in the game.
There's an Antonia, dude.
There's
Camilla?
there's an Atonia.
Yes.
Cassius?
Tony-
Cassius? Claudia. Claudia was definitely one of them.
There definitely was not.
Come on, man.
100%. I'm looking at the 3 amigos right now.
See, this is fucking stupid because he knows we don't know. So we could
I tried to skip it.
And
I
he
tried
could
to
just change. He could just change the name. No one would know.
We could probably skip the
One
second
of them was
inspiration
Aaron
and save
Claudia.
20 minutes every
Aaron
week.
has them. Aaron has
Don't
them.
have them. I just said that.
Claudia
fuck,
is
Aaron?
certainly one. I know it was, dude. He's out
So-
here changing names
Kenny,
on us.
who hurt you this week? Because you are an
So-
exceptional level of
And he's on-
salty.
he's
This is what happens when you give him an extra hour of sleep.
Jesus
so,
Christ, this might not be worth it.
Yeah, so, alright, so I'm going to skip all that. I'm going to let all that go away.
You want me to tell you what day it was again? Because it's
Yeah.
still Pixie.
Good
Still fucking
job.
Pixie.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Alright, let me think of a good question that y'all will get correctly. I knew y'all weren't going to get that one. That was mean-spirited of me.
Dude, I feel like I got it. There was one that started with a G.
That's
Probably
true.
one that started with an N.
That's also true.
I just can't remember what the Nubia, Nape, something.
Niobe.
Niobe.
Namibia.
God damn it! I knew it.
That's the
I mean,
girl.
You did not know it,
objective-
sir.
I kinda knew.
Alright,
You
perfect.
did? I guess.
Like if it were multiple choice, I certainly would have gotten it.
Yeah, I agree.
For sure.
I mean, I would have had a better chance if that was
I
the
mean,
case.
I would have had a solid chance too if it were multiple choice.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the whole thing. With
Like,
multi-
yeah,
you
you
just
get a
guess.
better chance. It's true. But let me take a look here and give y'all a more.
Shut up, Dan.
Get up again.
All right. Well, you know what? Because Rennie came the closest to knowing something, so you're,
Alright, yeah.
you're the
By
best
default.
around.
In the vicinity, even though Rebecca's technically here, you're closer. So
No, Rebecca didn't even have the right fucking letter.
No, she did. There's
Yeah,
another
She
one
did.
that
There
started.
was a G.
Yeah, Glycon.
Lycon. God
Yeah,
damn,
glucose.
that sounds like a blood disease.
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, it's a deficiency.
Yeah, it's a deficiency in
You're low on glycon. Yeah. I just
Yeah.
Is it
got-
a deficiency in people caring enough to know your name?
correct.
Is it?
It's profound. A lot. It's common in Balak.
Oh, man, feels like we're about to start. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
go get your coffee. It's okay. I don't need him.
Yeah.
I don't need him. So.
I'm also getting stuff right now, so.
Oh, well, I need an audience though. It's
I
too-
am here. I am here.
It
Okay.
is, what, An hour and a half past our normal start time.
No, I hated this whole idea. I thought it was terrible from the first moment that it was suggested. It's like,
There's
we need another
so much
hour. It's like,
fuckery.
yeah, so we can start at noon? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, this fucking goon is out getting coffee, even though he had a whole hour to figure that out.
No, yeah.
No, I'm
Aren't
with
you doing the
Dennis.
same thing, Rennie?
I was
No,
gonna say,
I'm not getting coffee. I'm here. I'm just away from my chair.
Yeah.
Getting.
So you're doing the same thing Dan's doing.
I don't hear.
No,
Dan
Dan is
talking.
not here. Like, Dan does not have a
He
headset
cannot
to follow him.
hear.
Yeah,
So,
there is
uh,
a difference in the headset, but
Yeah.
that is about it.
That
Yeah, I cared enough about Dennis to go out and buy a wireless headset.
That's beautiful of him. I felt it. I was like, oh.
Becca is like complete. Aren't you like at breakfast or something? Didn't you say that?
Yeah, she's at
She's probably
breakfast
not
with
really
her,
listening
like,
to us a lot.
uncle and stuff.
I called her. She's being
Oh,
useless.
no,
She
she's
doesn't
definitely
even
listening.
remember her own kids' names.
Yeah.
I
I
know
mean-
she's at, with the. What do you mean, kinda? Like either you are or you're not.
Yeah.
She would rather be here playing D&D with us than going out and
mean,
seeing
probably
some
true.
other
Who
people's
wouldn't?
children.
Yeah.
No, she already
I
did
mean-
that shit yesterday.
I like
She's-
this. We're having coffee and
lounging.
talking while clearly listening to us. Like, whatever
I
these
I know.
people
Like
are
she's not
saying,
even remotely listening.
whatever these people are saying, like, it must. I bet her notes are poor. I bet her notes are poor. I bet she can't even come up with the Greek names that of which they're sporting.
Rebecca, this is iconic, my dude.
Yeah. They're mostly reading the paper. Well, then ditch them.
Yeah, like peace out of there.
Yeah.
You could come play Dark Sun with us.
Fuck yeah.
You know,
Are-
I already forgot the names of Rebecca's kids.
So did
Yeah.
I, because her bird's gonna die in about a
Niobia-
half hour when we start. and then it'll be
Niobia
relevant.
and Glycon, but I feel like I'm not gonna write that down, and then next week he's gonna ask it again.
Oh,
So I
wow.
might actually come and write it down.
I gotcha. Maybe, like, well,
Play.
Miyago doesn't know them, so it's okay.
Yeah, I have to meet them and
It's-
ask for their names.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that way we can have two creepy birds.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
No, the Rebecca's all into that kid life. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
She's the Epstein of Dark Sun.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
We took it there right away. You didn't even.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry. She's also
Yeah.
about to not
She's
kill
also-
herself.
I mean, she chose those actions. She knows you're the GM. I think she knows that she's killing herself.
Yeah, you think so?
This is like suicide
Is
by
it-
cop.
Text
It-
one-word responses to all of this are iconic.
Is tripping Shay really killing herself though? Like that's the question. All right, Dan, welcome back. You
Poor
missed
Daniel.
some special commentary on general
Okay,
events.
We've been chatting with Rebecca.
Oh, Rebecca!
Yeah. She's done the right thing and abandoned her family.
Oh, wow. By Dan Wise headset. Yeah. Coffee and talking, reading the paper. Oh, wow. Hi! Hi! I was just catching up. I was recapping.
Good job.
Ah, now we're all together. All
So
right, cool.
Rebecca is just giving us yet another thing to get distracted on.
No,
Okay,
this is perfect.
that's
Getting
enough.
Live feedback.
Okay, are we playing D&D now?
Yep.
Probably not yet.
So,
Oh,
the camera starts sort of pulled back over the city as darkness has taken it into its grasp. It sweeps across the rooftops. You can see Clinton with a sack over his shoulder and close in step behind Maeonia, following her into the Thespian house. You can see Miyago catching their eye and waving a wing as he trots forward towards them a little ways off. You can see Meliston moving back from quite a few blocks down, walking alone down the streets his eyes darting around the various dark alleys as sketchy figures brush past him. Then the camera follows down the cobblestone streets. You can hear footsteps moving quickly. Shay and Kayet are jogging into the darkness. They turn and look behind them to see that there's no one left, panting to catch their breath. A figure lands in front of them. Her black hair and curling ringlets past her shoulder. She looks at the two of you, her brown eyes cutting back and forth, and a slow smile moves across her face as you can see her teeth, pearly white, her canines a little too large, as she looks at the two of you like a predator glaring at her prey. Shay, what would you like to do?
So, like, we were running.
Mm-hmm.
This thing dropped. She dropped in front of us, but behind us is clear?
Yeah.
Okay. She's the thing we think was chasing us roof to roof, yes?
Yes. I mean, I assume that's what you think.
Okay.
I don't know what you think.
Yeah. No, I got confused. It's fine. Alright. Well, I will back up a little bit and load my addle, I suppose.
Okay. As you take a few steps back, you kind of rear back, and Kayet steps between you and the woman. Shay, run.
I can't leave you with the...
She doesn't say much, but she takes into a combative pose. And she leaps
I start.
towards the creature.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. And she leaps towards the creature.
I start backing up faster. Kat, we could both run!
Kayet hurls herself at the creature with a flurry of quick blows, but they seem to be deftly brushed aside. This woman's speed is almost impossible. Kayet backs off. You can see the woman's hand, her fingernails extended slightly to sharp points and blood trickling down. You can see down her wounded wing, a little bit of blood running down. Kayet's eyes look back at you. For a moment, she sees her tribe, her people, the ones she failed and let down. Her talons curl, and she looks back. She says, Shay, you can get away. I'll stop her.
Fucking book it.
Once again, the two meet. Your footsteps heavy across the cobblestone. Each step, you hear the sounds of movement, fast and swift, before a hard thud as things begin to whirl around you, as the walls seem to close in from the nearby buildings, as you dart down the alleyways. You hear something of a tearing sound and a scream. The camera cuts away. Miago and Clinton, as you walk down the streets, you hear something that you've never heard before, a sound that of which is almost alien to you. It is a scream met with agonizing pain. You hear the sound that it could be anything, but it's that of a dying animal, like a cat screaming in pain.
This is nearby.
It's a ways off.
And we were outside the thespian house?
Yes, it's a ways off though. Meliston,
Yeah.
you hear no such scream, but as you walk, something heavy seizes you. Your arms grow heavy. You feel the blood from the cuts on your arms seep a little faster and land onto the cobblestone beneath your feet. And you hear,
Fuck. Now, because this is like a psychic bell, I'm guessing there's no direction to it.
you can try to
is there?
focus.
I'm gonna try to focus on where the dingaling is,
Mm-hmm.
using all of my psionicness.
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check. You begin to dart down alleyways, trying to see if you can hear where it's coming from, but it's hard to find, and it's as though the essence is playing against the walls. The sky is dark, and there's not but a single star, as the moons begin to creep out beyond a cloud.
Start running down, shouting, "Kayet! Kayet!" And like, if I pass by people, I say, "You seen a big bird?
Hey, have you seen a bird around here? Like a big
You
one?"
seen a big dumb bird with a busted wing?"
She can't fly. She's so dumb. God damn it.
Such a dumb bird. Barely bird at all. Just like a
Dumb.
feathery human. God damn.
I would have
Feathery.
called to Miyago that this could be what we're looking for and ran towards the direction of the sound, trying to hunt it down. Because we're being paid or being
I think
tasked to
your fucking
find something.
character's killed. I give up.
Shay's gonna meet 4 new friends, and
I quit the.
yeah,
Aaron wipes her hands of it.
can't be saved. Miyago and Clinton dart off. Clinton dropping the sack around his shoulder and heading off. I presume pushing Maeonia to get inside of the Thespian house.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You say, "Stay right here outside in the open, where it's safe."
Stay there. Expose your neck.
Yeah, tilt your head to one side.
Yeah.
Like this.
Expose your neck and look helpless. It'll confuse
Yeah.
them.
So confused.
Correct.
Alright, so we heard like a scream in the distance, right? Can we roll perception, or what do we roll to see if we can kind of find out the direction that it came from?
So you have a general estimation as you continue to burst down the alleyways and such, until finally you run into Shay. She's sweating and panting, running past nearby alleyways and darting down them. Shay, you run into 2 of your amigos.
Shay, what's going on? Are you all right?
I'm fine. Just get back to the Thespian house. We have to get back now. We
Why?
can talk
What's
about it
going
once. Go! Don't ask questions, Miyago.
All right, I run back to the Thespian house.
Wait, where's Kayet?
Get back to the Thespian house, Clinton. We can talk about it when we get there.
Where's Milestone?
Don't fucking know.
Dead! He's dead! Just let him go!
Forget about them.
It's just me and you, Clinton!
We gotta move on. You and me, we gotta repopulate.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they already lost Donk, so now we gotta really, you know, hunker down.
We'll make beautiful mole babies.
There you go. So, Shay darts back into the Thespian house along with Miyago. Clinton, do you follow, or do you run off in some other direction?
I mean, I guess I wouldn't know the cat's over there, so probably not.
Okay. You guys burst inside of the Thespian house. There's a play going on, a tragedy. The whole thing seems surreal. Everything seems off and stilted. People don't seem to terribly notice you guys as you guys burst into the house. Into the Thespian house. Meliston. It feels like forever as you run down these alleyways. It feels like an endless maze where you can't quite find your way. Then, after what seems like an eternity, you find yourself standing in an empty sort of patch of road throughout the city. There's no one around, but as you look down, you can see that there's a pool of blood.
That's it, just a pool of blood. That's all I see.
That's it.
I look around and I ring my bell.
Your bell rings into the night. A call, your eyes darting around to and fro. You look down every alleyway, across the street. You look down the road to see if you can spot anything, but there's nothing, an emptiness. You're standing there alone in the dark. With nothing, with no one it seems to hear your call, to respond to the bell. Left alone with nothing but empty alleys and a godless sky above.
Just curl into a ball and
Yeah.
That's it. My bird.
Fucking cheer.
I'll kind of panting hard and looking around wildly. Fuck, God, fuck. And then I'm gonna take off sprinting full bore back to the Thespian house to rally my friends so we can start searching for the next one that we lost.
Yeah.
Damn it. She's gonna come back all pale with 2 puncture wounds. God
Yeah,
damn it.
it's how it goes. Until all of you guys.
Fucking hell, she's gonna be invited to a wedding. Ugh.
Yeah. God, I hate weddings. It's the worst.
Ugh.
Yeah.
We get roped in.
This is gonna be 5 of you guys are gonna be vampires. That's my goal, is to have a whole vampire party.
Yeah. Vampire Squad.
Rebecca loves this idea.
Yeah, it'd be the best.
Vampire Squad.
That's right.
But yeah, so yeah, I sprint on back to home base because the trail's gone dark and I need, I guess, I don't know, a better bird to find a bird. How do you find birds? Like
Yeah.
a dog?
Need a
You need to find like a
better
hunting dog. I don't know.
Miyago, you
Cat.
can fly, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah, you're
you definitely just need a better bird.
a better bird. You're a good bird.
Alright. You make your way back into the Thespian house. You find the other 3. There's some confusion going on. Shay's kind of holding herself up against the wall, panting.
Where's Kaya? Is she here?
Shay looks up at him and she's like tears in her eyes, like she's looks like a mess.
I heard her. I couldn't find her. There's blood. Where? We gotta go.
Alistan, we were attacked by that thing. Jumped on it and told me to run. I mean, it was too fast, Meliston. There was no way.
I don't. But she's still out there. I heard her. She rang her bell. We gotta go. We got Clint, Miago. Come on.
I get up and I start heading towards Meliston to head out.
Yes, I don't think we should go back out tonight.
She will do it for us.
Shay. We can find her. Well, she's probably still. She was maybe taken, maybe like Clinton.
I don't think so.
Come on, we'll stick together. We can find her. I'll take you to where the. Come on, Shay. I hold a hand out to Shay.
He looks at him for like a very long moment. And then puts a very shaky hand in his.
He takes his other hand and wipes him the spit off the corner of his cheek.
And I try to give like a reassuring but very panicked squeeze. My hands are kind of like clammy and sweaty from the run, but it's all right, Shay. Come on, let's find her.
I run over to May and kiss her in the cheeks and say, I gotta go, I'll be back. I gotta get Kayet, and run out.
You guys head out into the darkness. Except for Miyago, he gets like a drink and kicks
Yeah,
Miyago just like hangs out.
He's like, best bird.
Yeah, no. Looks
Best
like I'm
bird.
the friend now.
Looks like we got the right amount of birds now.
one bird to rule them all.
The rest of the dominoes fall down like a house of cards.
That's right.
Checkmate.
Later, Rebecca.
Later,
Hi, Rebecca. Have a good breakfast.
Yeah.
Enjoy the baby shower. Enjoy cleaning that baby. Sorry about killing you.
Sorry that
Sorry
Aaron
you died.
abandoned you.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Aaron. Sorry, Aaron killed you.
Yeah.
Sorry you died.
Wow. All right.
Hey, sorry you died.
One send off.
Yeah, she's no longer in the chat, guys. Thank you. This is all just for you. So you guys march off into the darkness, moving down the alleyways. As you move, Meliston, you remember the stories. Jesus. You remember... Just such a fucking monster. So... now I don't have to pretend like I don't enjoy it. You guys move down the dark alleyways in Meliston. You recall the stories that she told you about how she was unable to protect her clan whenever she was a scout. How she was kicked out for her weak wing and her failure. How maybe that motivated her to stay a little longer.
I think I also recall how she wouldn't go back to the clan for fear of leading the, what took her out, leading the Thri-Kreen back to the home base. So she just exiled herself.
I knew that. I didn't know if you knew that. Look at you, Dan. Took notes on Rebecca. If only she could hear it now.
Proud of you, buddy.
I know. She'd be so proud.
Some real like actual character investment shit.
That
Yeah,
we don't
that's a
tell each
bullshit.
other as characters.
We had a little role play.
But I'm gonna have to ask Miago and Clinton, Rennie and Justin, take off your headsets for a brief moment.
God.
Oh boy.
God.
Oh boy.
I don't know where
Shay
it worked.
drops dead.
Yeah.
Ah!
Shay sinks her fangs into Melistan's neck.
Ah!
It was me all
As
along.
her face melts into.
So that all happens.
All of that.
I hope they were watching that and
Yeah,
not listening.
they must be looking at us and be like, "What the fuck?"
But as you grip Shay's hand in the darkness, your vision begins to shift. The darkness of the black sky begins to envelop your vision. You feel as though you're standing in an empty abyss. You turn and look around and you see a hooded figure with a heavy cowl covering his face. In one arm, you see this entity cradling a small child. The other, you see worm-like fingers wrapped around a silvered candelabra.
Remember this guy, Dan?
No way!
Well, the other question is, do you remember the silver candelabra?
I fucking do remember the silver candelabra that old what's his face got fucking whacked to try to get at.
Huh?
Oh shit.
You hear the cry of a child. And your vision returns and everything's normal and good.
Yay! I got a Shay vision! Oh, I was so happy when you took my hand.
Cool, cool, cool.
Uh,
Cool, 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 cool. Love that.
Fuck yeah. That's so
That
cool.
for me.
See now?
Well
yeah.
done. Yeah. Now we're both excited, huh, Aaron? We're in this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Any-
that's gonna be good shit.
God damn it,
Use
Rennie.
your
I told you
eyeballs,
I'm really
Rennie.
hype about Shay.
Maybe if we rock it like this. Goodbye, Rennie.
Join me in
Look at
that.
the screen. Jesus fucking Christ.
God, Rennie is
Damn it.
just fucking, he is all about.
There, and everything.
Not
thumbs,
thumbs up, just
thumbs,
thumbs.
thumbs.
I was reading a
You reading your notes from last session?
I was reading an article about the proletariat.
Ah, man. I'm getting back.
Juicy.
You know what? I'm starting to feel Dark Sun again. I'm getting back.
Yeah, that felt
I've been
good.
too
Yeah,
kind.
this is the dark sun shit I'm here for, dude.
This is where I gotta get back into the old ways, the black ways.
This is the shit I'm here for. This is good shit.
Fuck yeah.
The night goes on.
Dan's so hyped now.
The night goes on and hours pass. The streets winding like a labyrinth as you all move down them. But though as the hours go by, you do not find any trace of Kayet.
Can I like do a little investigation of the area? See if there's any clues or, you know, maybe blood smeared on a wall somewhere. Anything that would point to where they could have gone.
A series of feathers in the shape of an arrow.
Go ahead and roll an
Yes.
investigation check.
All right. And man, this seems like it could be important.
Fuck it, Randy. Just fuck it. It's just Rebecca's character. It's just a
It's
piece-
fine.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
He's already
just to
dead.
Make
It's
sure.
fine.
Okay. So as you come across the place where it occurred, you examine the pool of blood, and you can see that there's a couple of sort of sprays of blood across the cobblestone that would not be unlike the sort of pressure you might find from a deep cut across an artery. There's not as much blood as there should be. But as you kind of maneuver around and examine, you think that you're able to find sort of a trace, a smear just on the outside of the pool itself, where it seems as though only one figure walked away, the other slung across their shoulder.
Can I reach down and touch and you know, kind of do one of those cop tongue touch things to gauge how if the blood, the temperature of the blood is warmer than, like, you know.
So you guys see
I gotta
this
use my
bird
tongue.
lean forward and just lick some of that delicious blood with
So
nothing
then-
suspicious going on here, folks.
He just starts slapping it up and then.
No, I mean, I want to, like, you know, like, feel for the temperature of it.
You do like a
To see
pinky
if it's-
thing.
Yeah.
So you guys watch as Miyago drinks your friend's blood.
So, I mean, is it like warm, like from the person, or is it cooled down to outside temperature?
It's cooled down.
Okay.
How congealed is it? Has the clotting begun? Is it O negative?
I'm gonna go ahead.
It's
and
actually
pull out
AB
my-
positive. You know?
Melistan dips a test strip
Yeah,
and
Yeah, I take a
I'm,
tube.
I'm just pulling out. I'm just gonna pull out my crime scene kit here, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and.
gonna start dusting for fingerprints.
All right, so I'll turn back to Melistan, and I'll just say, I think she's been taken this way, and I kind of point in the direction that I think that, you know, they would have gone, and I'll say, I think we're a little bit far behind. The blood's cooling off.
You guys turn down an alleyway, and it seems to reach a dead end.
I look up and see, is there...
Only there's anything.
The buildings do stop at some point.
Are there any windows or doors near the alley?
Not down this one.
No.
Maybe she got up on the rooftops. She used to like that. She's always on the rooftops.
That's where she goes when she's high.
She passes out up there all the time. Probably just got a little high and wandered off and it got stuck on a
Got
roof.
the munchies, went looking for
Yeah.
some snacks.
I'm gonna
Got some roof
put
snacks.
I'm gonna put my hand on Melistan's shoulder firmly. I'm gonna say, I think she was taken.
Cut your hand off. No.
And then I make him drink it. Drink it! Taste it! How warm is it?
it.
All right. Well, I'm feeling probably pretty tired because is this our second night in a row of doing an all-nighter, or did we have a rest night in between?
Got rest during the day.
Oh, right. We slept all day. That's right. We're fine. Wait. We need to find her. Maybe we can go. Maybe we can talk with the Order. When aside, we can speak with the Order. Maybe they can locate her. I can track her down. What time of day is it? Is it still nighttime, or did we look through till the morning, basically?
It's not quite sunrise yet, but it's probably like somewhere around 3 o'clock or so.
We find the Order. They can track her down. Clint, you don't remember wherever they took you? Maybe they took her there. You don't have anything at all?
I was unconscious when they took me, and I don't even know how I got back. Whatever they did to me, I lost a section of time.
Fuck. Alright. Well, unless anyone else has a better plan, let's go to the Order. We'll find out where she is. We'll go get her.
You guys
Alright,
begin.
come on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just no one offers anything for like half a second, and it's like, all right, good, come on, we'll go.
You guys begin to move back. As the night slowly begins to fade away and morning creeps back. That's right. But Shay's not bothered by it. She's like,
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I did. So what?
I had to. You told me.
Point.
You
Yeah,
told
you-
me, you
you
dumb
asked me.
bird.
Yes, wait till you see a bird on
You
your memory.
dumb bird.
Goddamn dumb bird. Died and lost all your memories.
Stupid chicken.
Dang. Broke your head just like your wings, stupid bird.
That's right. You guys make your way back to the Thespian house. The night's ended and nobody's left. It's mostly empty except for a couple of people shuffling around. An older man is currently heading the bar. Spur's probably gone to sleep. You recognize the man as one of the players in the performance earlier. He offers you guys some drink or anything that you may be needing. And the red sun creeps up over the horizon.
Melistan kind of spends the rest of the time waiting, just kind of pacing back and forth and like looking out of the window to see if the sun rises, like watching for when it peaks. And as soon as it starts to, I'll say to the group, "All right, we gotta go to the Order. They can help us track down what's going on here. They'll help us pinpoint Kayet. She got a number and everything. Find Kayet. We'll find this thing. Get Kayet back. We'll do the job. We'll get Clinton. We'll go get you some surgery. Everything's gonna be all right."
Little known fact, the cure for vampirism? Surgery.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
You just like cut the fangs out, put it
Yeah.
in.
You just gotta cut away the bad meat. Lots of leeches.
Yeah, lots of leeches, you know? Dentures, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Haircut. Critical. Critical.
Yep.
You gotta get rid of all that vampire hair.
All the vampire hair, you gotta get a good
Gotta
shave
get
and
rid
you'll
of
feel
it, you gotta-
better.
Gotta excise that shit, and then you're set.
Yeah, basically.
Curse is gone. Curse lifted.
What do the rest of you guys do?
I assume that we're gonna try and go to the order, right? Aren't we all going?
I figured we would stick together at this point.
But it worked out so well. When y'all didn't. Look at all the information y'all got.
You guys stay here. You here. You. Why don't you guys go rob another house while I go talk to the order? Let's go steal a document.
What'd you guys do as you wait for the sun to rise?
I'd like to ask Spurt if there's like a
He's not there right now.
he's not.
He does have to sleep on occasion, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right, never mind then.
I sit.
I sit.
I sit and
I
do
wait
nothing.
I sit and I preen. Mm.
I would probably
sit
try and find
I
May
drink
somewhere.
water
Yeah.
like a bird.
Like a bird might. You just dip your beak in there and pick your head up and look around. Excellent. Mm-hmm. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, everyone resents Miyago because he looks unconcerned, but that's just his bird face. He's actually very worried.
Yeah, he's freaking out.
Yeah.
He's a mess. We just can't
if
tell.
birds could sweat, man, he'd be soaked in perspiration.
Clinton, you're canoodling with Maeonia.
Yeah.
Clinton and May start necking in the corner.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's probably what happens.
yeah,
some life
which is a dangerous
Life
move.
affirming stuff.
Clinton, you know.
Yeah, Clinton gets a little too into the necking.
Yeah. Awesome. And so, the sun rises. The day comes. Everyone, go ahead and roll me a Constitution save. Shay, you're real sleepy.
No, Shay's not feeling good.
She takes a point of exhaustion. Melstone, you feel okay. You and Miyago, you're all like ready to go. Like, hey.
Drugs.
And,
gotta
and
pep in your
Clinton,
step.
you feel like you are no longer alive, and you no longer need
You
sleep.
feel like
or air.
sleep is not like a real pressing issue for you. You do this all day.
You feel like, man, maybe I should sleep inverted from now on. Like,
Mhm.
Feel like you're really into breakfast cereals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and
Chocolate
numbers.
specifically,
Yes.
and counting.
Yeah.
Oh, do you love counting?
Oh my
things?
god.
God.
Oh,
You spend the rest of the
how-
night
how
tallying.
I count the ways that
Oh.
you love to count things.
One time, Maeonia drops a
5.
bunch of toothpicks. And
Oh
you're just
my
like
God.
set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah.
like in heaven.
No, I know. Yeah, when
fucking
Maeonia
love it.
was adding up one of the patrons' bills, you came in your pants. It was
It
awesome.
was intense, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, the morning rises. People begin to shuffle about. The morning crew. the morning crew begins to set up the bar once more, changing out the sort of dark, cold colored blankets and stuff that cover the walls, switching them out with warmer, brighter colors. Anything particular you guys want to do this morning, or are you just making a beeline to the order?
How's Shay looking?
The order pretty fast.
It looks like shit.
She looks tired.
What did you do, Aaron? What have you been doing?
What do you mean by what have I been doing?
Been sitting in this bar for a few hours. What's Shay been doing?
Yeah.
What's Shay looking like?
Shay's been drinking and trying not to think about what just happened. And not succeeding in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. All right. I think Meliston once again offers his hand to Shay. Seeing Shay's in kind of rough shape, and and like physically and also probably emotionally. And he'll say, "Come on, Shay. It'll be all right. These things happen."
He'll like look up and it's clear like she is not really sure what time it is. Like she totally lost track of what was happening. Okay.
I'll pull her to her.
Harp appears in the
Hey!
Yeah.
Watch it! You better watch your ass! I'll help pull Shay to her feet and yeah. Come on, let's go.
Okay. And as you clench her hand, for just a moment in time, you briefly see the image of the cloaked figure. A dark presence gazing back at you. And then you guys head on out. I'm guessing everybody's heading over to the Order.
I mean, if I don't burst into flames, sure.
You don't
Well,
burst into
do
flames.
we? So, do we want to split up and me and Clint go see Twitch, and then you and Shay go see?
I think Shay
The
should go
Order?
hunt the vampire. I'll go talk to
Right.
the Order.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the Silt Sea and see if maybe she sailed away in the night.
Right.
And Clint could go to the olive trees.
Yeah, Clint just goes outside into the waste and does push-ups. So you guys head on off over towards the Order. A sort of hungover feeling to the morning as people brush by you. The heat fairly intense this morning as you move through, your footsteps heavy. And in particular, Clinton, the heat is just it's brutal, and it's not necessarily the heat, it's more just it feels like everywhere the sun touches you, just there's a burn, almost an itch that agitates you constantly. You kind of pull up a cowl to kind of cover your face a little bit, stuffing your hands into your clothes. It's hotter, but at least there's some respite from the sun, which seems to just burn down with an unacceptable scorch across your skin.
This seems ideal for a game based in the desert.
Yeah, move at night.
Fun. Anyone else hot? It's hot.
Just like
I
that.
feel like
Melissa.
talking about the weather in Dark Sun is like that's one of those things that doesn't exist in like social convention is talking about.
'cause
Ooh,
it's always
hot
the
one
same.
today, huh?
Ooh,
Literally all
it's a hot one, is it, Wally? It's a hot one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, calling for sun today.
Yeah, here it's gonna be hot all week.
It's
So
a dry heat though, so it's not too bad.
that's
It's
true.
fine,
Yeah.
It's a dry.
And that doesn't super help Clinton because he doesn't sweat anymore. But so it goes. You guys move over towards the Order. You can see that there are people already out early in the morning with their meditations. The four of you approach, and a woman walks up to meet you. She gives you a small smile. You can see she's wearing simple gray robes, not unlike those that were given to Kayet. She has a tattoo around her forehead, her hair tied back into a short ponytail. And she says, "Good morning. What brings you here?"
We need to speak to 4 right away. It's urgent.
I see. May I ask what it pertains to?
Kayat. She's been taken. Get 4.
Please wait here. She gives a slight bow. And she moves out. Outcoming is a man whose head is completely shaved, and it's the one you recognize. The gentleman who goes by the name of 4. He kind of turns and looks at the 4 of you. I sense you all have been through a lot.
Yeah.
Little bit.
We need to find Kayat. Alright, she got taken. She's still out there. I heard her bell. Look, she gave me this, and I take out the bell, and I kind of hold it out. I'm like, she got one just like it. I can hear it when it rings. Just tell her where she's at. We'll go get her.
Come. He gestures and turns and begins to head into the compound itself.
Well, Stan like bites what remains of his lower lip in like frustration. Yeah. Ah! And follows agitatedly. Agitatedly.
Nailed it.
Absolutely. The man walks back slowly and with purpose into the compound. It's very Spartan-like. There's not any real decoration or decorum. Until he leads you into a simple room, and it's one that looks like many of the other rooms that you've wandered through already. He goes ahead and there's these sort of brown kind of pillows that are set up on the ground, and he goes and sits on one. There's a small pot and a couple of clay cups. He slowly pours some sort of fluid into each, handing a cup out to each of you.
Come on, we ain't got time for this. Just tell us where Kayat is. Do your brain magic, whatever. Let's go.
He nods. And he says, "You search for your friend, the one who is one of our ones, yes?"
Yes.
You say that the bell has some connection to her, yes?
Yeah. If I ring it, she hears it, and if she rings hers, I hear it. And I heard her ring, and now I don't. And she's not responding to mine anymore.
He reaches his hand out to take the bell.
Put
He
it over.
takes it. He rolls it between his fingers, giving it a gentle ring. He takes a bowl that's sitting next to the pillow he's chosen. It's filled with water. He slides it in front of him. He holds the bell over and closes his eyes, moving in small circles. He stops as the bell sits over the water, just barely not touching, and gives it a small ring. Ripples course through the water. He puts the bell down, and he holds the bowl and he closes his hands. His eyes go shut, and he takes in a deep breath. You can all feel a cold chill run across the room as though a gust of wind swept past. There's a long moment of silence. He opens his eyes suddenly and with a start. He takes the bell, places it down in front of you.
I pick it up. Alright, where is she?
It is normally difficult to find one who does not have a certain amount of power. Though your connection was strong. But it has been severed.
What does that mean?
It means that your friend's consciousness has moved into the gray.
What the fuck does that mean?
He's saying she's dead.
He didn't say that. He said some other bullshit.
I
Clinton
chuckle.
always has a way with words.
The gray is. That's the next life.
Nah, you're wrong. You're wrong. I mean, you. Look, check again. Maybe something. You know. You didn't do it right.
I saw brown eyes and black hair. I felt the burn of flesh being rended. The cold of blood leaving. A name whispered, and a mind passing. It appears that your friend is gone.
Four. Is there anything other than death that would send you to the gray?
I know not of a way to leap across plains and maintain this form.
Do that shit again. Do it and find me. Maybe they did something to her that they did to me.
I do not need to. I have found you. Your consciousness is
I walk
here.
out in the other room. Find me.
Pokes his head back around the door.
He
Find me.
points. He points at you.
Got you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I disturb your nap?
Oh.
Yelled at
It's
me.
okay. She's got literally forever to take a nap.
Yelled at me.
So, where before Meliston was like rigid and tense and like corded and coiled and other adjectives and stuff, he's now kind of deflated. He's kind of slumped. Muslim to kind of just staring straight down.
Can you, do you know where the connection severed? And can you give us an area we can go to at least find her remains? Give her a proper burial.
From what my mind's eye has seen, I believe that one of you already knows, and his eyes rest on Shay.
What the fuck did you do, Shay?
Do you mean what the fuck did I do?
You wouldn't let us go find her, and now they say that you know where she is.
I didn't
What is
fucking
he?
kill her if that's what you're asking, Clinton.
Well, this is very awkward. Perhaps you should all go now. No, he doesn't say that.
Yes, thank you very much. Go fuck yourself.
Clinton decks 4.
Are we leaving?
I think we fucking leave. Yeah.
All right. Stan just kind of shuffles off wherever they go.
Okay. You guys head back out into the desert sun. The heat beating down on you. The sun is sweltering above, people milling about as though little has occurred, oblivious to what is happening around them. And so you all stand.
I would have walked off and headed back to the Thespian house.
I'm gonna go back to where Clint and I ran into Shay and see and kind of trace Shay's steps back from there.
Melistan and Shay.
I'm gonna go back to the Thespian house.
Yeah, so does Melistan.
Okay. Miyago, you begin to move around outside, trying to retrace her steps. It's pretty clear the path that she took. The blood smear seems to have been cleaned up. You notice a few guards standing around that area.
I'm gonna go approach the guards.
Okay. One of them's
Hello?
eyes fall upon you. Hello, citizen. How may I help you? Alright. Wow, this
Goodbye,
bird.
Rennie.
This bird
You
just,
hear me?
This
Oh,
bird
here you
just
now.
stares at
Here
him.
you now, Rennie.
Squaw!
Sorry, my headset died for a second. I'm sorry.
Rennie, whenever you don't respond to things, I just imagine Miyago just going, Squaw! Whatever anyone's.
So I wanna go up and talk to the guards,
Yeah. They greet you.
and I'll
Yes.
I'll say it's morning, right? It's morning time.
Yeah.
I'll say good morning today, gentlemen. I'm looking for a friend who went missing around here, and I saw you guys kind of guarding this area. Did something happen?
It's possible that there might be some increased criminal activity in this area. When did you last see your friend, sir?
Well, I last saw her yesterday, but I spoke with a friend of ours who was the last person to see her, and it was around this area. So I came back out here to see if maybe anyone saw anything. Maybe ask a couple questions. Has anyone reported anything to you?
No, it seems not. We have reports that there may be increased muggings and certain unsavory entities. I believe elves may be operating in and around this area. Do not come around here at night, citizen.
No, thank you for that advice. Do you mind if I look around the area now and maybe ask some folks some questions?
You may do as you wish. It's a free city.
Thank you. Thank you. So I've heard. And I'm gonna kind of walk around. Is there anyone lingering? Is there any like rubbernecking going on, or any just people going about their day?
No, I mean there's no like apparent crime scene, right?
Right. Right.
In the meanwhile, back in the Thespian house. Shay and Clinton, you guys feel very tired.
Yeah, I would have gone straight to my room to try and rest.
You succeed,
Pretty much the same.
and you rest hard. It's a deep rest.
Cool.
Sleep of the dead. You could
It's like you just slip into oblivion, man.
like you're just off. It's like an off switch.
Yeah, Shay, you're also very sleep. You don't sleep quite as well as Clint. Not as deep.
I'd imagine. I don't think anyone will ever sleep as well as Clinton from now on.
Kayette does.
Kaya, I was gonna say.
She
Yeah.
sleeps very well right now. Melistan, what do you do?
I'm gonna spend time with Cassie.
Okay. Is anyone gonna tell Cassie?
Not
Nope.
me.
All right.
Looks like it's on you, Dan.
I think for now, Melisandre's just gonna hang with Cassie and just be like, "Hey, how's your day going? Tell me a story." Just like let
Yeah.
her be a kid around him for a while.
Yeah, and she tells you about how she didn't really understand what was happening in the play, but she got to stay in the back and talk to the actors, and that was fun. And she talks about how she cooked a meal for everybody. Well, she said that there were some of the barmaids did help.
Some of the barmaids. I like that. I like this kid. Some random wench helped.
Well, she says their names, okay, but
Yeah.
listen.
I get it.
I have a finite capacity to create a universe. So
You
sometimes,
don't want to give names to every random barmaid.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
so and that sort of thing, and how she thinks that like being an actor seems really cool, and like you get to dress up, and like you get to pretend to be somebody else all the time, and that seems pretty neat. she says that she wants to be either a princess or maybe a bird.
Ooh. There's a twinge on the shattered side of Melisand's
But
face
like one
when
that
she
can
said
fly
that.
though, like a real bird.
Yeah, like an actual bird though. So not a gross cayenne bird.
No.
Like a cool bird.
Like a cool flying bird.
like a good bird.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. That's good.
And like she doesn't eat enough of her breakfast. You have to point to her regularly and tell her have another bite and that sort of thing.
Yep.
Spur cut up a sausage in sort of her dish, but not small enough, so you still kind of have to help a little bit.
Yeah.
And she doesn't seem concerned.
That's good. Yeah. I just gotta soak that in.
Okay. A couple of hours go by. You guys can go ahead and take a long rest if you want. Generate any hit points or hit die or whatever.
Thank fuck.
A real aggressive long rest.
No, not you, Melisandre. You just get a short rest. 'Cause you didn't... No, I'll be nice. I'll say eventually at some point in time.
Oh,
you
it's
go-
fine.
Sam starts crying.
It's fine.
At some point in time, you can go upstairs and take a nap.
Damn, Dan. The drama.
I like the fact that both Rennie and Justin aren't here. They just
they
got
just
up and
leave.
left. They're just like,
Left.
no.
I'm here.
We're
I'm
sleeping.
here.
They get it. We're
Yeah.
zapping. All right. I will take that pity long rest.
Yeah, you can go upstairs and take a rest after breakfast and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Generate some more hit die. Don't you have like 1 HP right now?
I had 27.
Oh, okay.
I was fine, but now I'm at 34, like a boss.
Like a boss.
Yeah, because that was my wrist roll.
I got you. Absolutely. So you guys sleep into the afternoon. It's probably around 4 o'clock or so.
I think when I get up, I'll go to Cassie again, and I'm gonna tell her. I'll let her know. Say, hey, by the way.
Hey.
BT dubs.
Just to let you know.
Yes, I'm sure that's exactly how Mel was
Being
saying
a-
it.
FYI.
Being a bird, not all it's cracked up to be.
If you're gonna be a bird, you really want to be one that can fly away.
Flying bird.
You're gonna really want to make sure you can be a flying bird.
Yeah.
That's critical. But yeah, I'll have to take a moment. Hey, Cassie. Kayette's not gonna be coming back.
Oh. Is she going back to Ledopolis?
She died.
Melisandre, what? Okay. Yeah, no shade to the in this situation.
No slowies in. Look. Look.
But
Look,
tough.
Do you remember that sausage you ate this morning?
I was
Bird.
Fucking
Bird
Christ,
sausage, yeah.
Dan.
Low fat. Very
yeah,
lean.
it's good. It's good. Yeah, better for your heart.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
dude.
so that's
Fucked up.
wake the fuck up. You're 8. What do you want? Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
grow up, kid.
Yeah, grow the fuck up. All right, this is Dark Sun.
What do you mean? I don't understand. But she was fine, and we're in the city now. What happened?
These things happen, Cassie.
But no, They don't happen because you're supposed to protect them.
I know.
What? Why didn't you? You protect me.
I know.
And her eyes well up with tears. And
I sort of pull her into a big hug.
yeah, she kind of like impotently kind of punches you a little
Bites
bit.
it. Yeah.
Until she just sort of breaks down sobbing, hugging you.
Yeah.
Why couldn't it be Miyago? No.
Ah!
Hey man, Miyago can fly, okay?
Dennis
Miyago
got
does
fly
all the
back
things she
fast
likes about
after
birds. This
Like,
kid's fucking stupid.
as if this scene wasn't brutal enough. He's like, also fuck Miyago.
Yeah. This
Oh, Cassie! Yes!
Brutal.
Dunk on him! Get him, Cassie! She says it loudly so that Miyago hears.
She puts her face to the
Oh,
side.
I died!
She puts her face to the side of Millicent and looks Miyago in the eye.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't happen. None of that actually occurs.
Oh.
Cassie is not Crest. She does not spit
Oh,
the hot
God.
fire.
Yeah, and I think he's just got her wrapped up as she's, raging or whatever, and from his wound, his wrecked face, there's just leaking water,
Yeah.
and he's sort of just saying it's all right, these things happen, and just kind of repeating that over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do that until she, does the kid thing of like you cry till you pass out,
Yeah,
and I'll put her to bed and then fuck right off.
that's right.
Put on a non-snotty
You're
shirt
fine.
or whatever. Yeah, you're good. There. Done.
She's
Get a
fixed.
Band-Aid. You died.
Boom. All right.
Bam.
Parenting.
Parent. Should get myself a mug. World's greatest dad. We commission one.
Okay, what does everybody else do?
I assume what time is it by the time we rest and then get up again?
It's around like 3 or 4 o'clock.
Okay, so it's afternoon.
You see Cassie run past your room. Melisande says it's all your fault. And she runs into the room.
Slams the door.
Slams the door. She jumps into like a bed that's covered in bird feathers. That she piles them together. No, none of that
Yeah,
happens.
it's just a nest.
Yeah. None of that happens.
No, I will attempt to wash off. And like you take a shower because you feel real shit, even though it's not actually a shower. But like but it just sort of makes you feel even more depressed.
Yeah, you're given like a sort of
And
washing
then-
basin and
Yeah.
like a towel.
And then I will go down and park my ass in the bar and order me some beverages.
Yeah, and they flow.
Shay looks like real shit. Like even though she's been rested, she has that thing going on where like you've been crying too long and your whole face is just like
Yeah, you're all
super
puffy.
puffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's Shay's life right now.
I gotcha.
Love it. The guilt. Delicious.
It's good shit. Good shit.
Are you guys sitting together or far apart? Kind of being alone in your happiness.
Is Melistan's still down there, I assume? I don't know. Yeah, I'll
Melisande
go
would be
sit with
done by now.
Melistan.
Melisande's in the fetal position.
Rocking on the floor.
Yeah.
Sucking.
He's trying to suck on his
Yeah.
thumb, but like he can't get any suction because there's a hole in the
He
side
can't
of his
get that.
face. You guys just hear like a faint kind of.
Incredible acting, Dan.
You hear like a faint whistling noise. It's just.
There's like a little bubble.
Yeah.
Guys, why are we so fucked up? What the
Yeah.
fuck?
It's Dark Sun. This is normal Dark Sun
I'm
stuff.
doing great. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
know, but it's just like if anyone else came to this campaign with no context, they'd be like, "What the fuck is with you people?"
I think Justin did.
And he was like, "What the fuck is with you people?" for like 2 months.
Still hasn't recovered.
Yeah.
uh,
All right, yeah, but I'll just go sit with Meliston.
Okay. Spur brings you your drinks. I heard. If you need something, let me know.
give Spurt a nod. Thank you.
His name is still Spur. No T.
So
We
much
shorten
fun.
his name differently. we choose a different shortening for him.
We have
Spurt
to-
is so much funnier now.
Immediately we
That's just how this works, Dennis. Like,
I remember you
and
introducing
then
him
we
of like
give them new names.
it was so good. You introducing me like his name is Spurtius, but he goes by Spur, and we're like, no, he goes by Spurt now. He's Spurt.
No, his name is Spurt now, forever.
He doesn't though. No one actually
Yeah.
calls him Spurt. Everyone.
He turns around and like he grits his teeth and his fangs dig into his.
One day, I'll get you.
Yeah.
Yep. Once he clears off, I'll lift my gaze to Shay and I'll say, it's not your fault, you know.
Sort of feels like it is. I mean, I did roll like shit, so it is objectively my fault, but not Shay's fault.
Someone did roll a natty one there, but these things
See,
happen.
that is correct. Yes, Dennis.
These things happen, and Kaya knew what she's about. She told you to go. She wouldn't have given you much of a choice. She's stubborn. She knew what she was doing. You did the right thing, Shay.
Jesus, Dennis with like the savagery, just savage peanut gallery over here.
While they're having their heart to heart, Clinton rolls downstairs and just leaves the bar.
Just watch him. Don't.
I'll kind of look at Meliston. You don't think I killed her, do you?
I know you didn't. You couldn't.
Clinton's like wrong.
Physically, you just couldn't.
That's yeah. That's the implication. Like, yeah, she would have flattened you. She did
I mean,
brain
probably
magic.
true.
She had brain magic, Shay.
That's true.
This isn't on you, Shay. This happened. Kayet made her choice. You did the right thing. Flynn will come around.
I'll kind of nod in a way that indicates like she hears you but doesn't 100% believe you.
She just stares into her drink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
What's Miyako doing? I assume
So
Rennie is like
I'll
doing
say-
chores, like he's like.
Yeah,
washing the
Miyago like
dishes.
bops downstairs like.
Rennie's at
"Good
McDonald's.
morning."
Yeah.
Rennie's halfway into his Big Mac right now.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, I am not. I am not halfway into a Big Mac. I'll head back to the
Yeah,
thespian
no,
house.
The
Big
fact that
Mac,
you had to be
that's
so
it.
specific
I
makes
am
me not
halfway-
trust
I
it.
am halfway into a quarter pounder with cheese.
Yeah. And
now
it's
I want
not.
McDonald's then.
And it's not McDonald's. I got waiter. Okay.
No, I'll head back to the thespian house to connect up with Meliston.
Will you
So-
head back to the game?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
right here.
I'm just gonna leave and run the game from not here. I'm just gonna have it on my phone. I'll just be like getting
Be a
groceries,
brunch
and
with Rebecca.
get my car washed. Yeah, have brunch.
I'll head back to the thespian house to reconnect with everyone.
Okay. You find Shay and Milstan looking a little sad. Like something bad happened. Must have been a poor lunch special or something.
Can't imagine what.
Not our favorite soup. It's the same soup as yesterday. It's not new, so
Yeah, it's very disappointing.
menu so derivative.
What's Clinton up to?
Clinton's going to go look for Harna,
Okay.
Kayet's mortal enemy.
Yeah, so I will tell you, I have talked to Rebecca between this session and last, and she was like, I'm convinced I know who's causing all this. And she's pretty confident it's Harna. Absolutely. So as Milston, Shay, and Miyago commiserate, it's
So I do want to tell Meliston. So I'll say to Meliston and Shay, hey, I went back to where we last saw Kayet. There were a couple of guards there. They're kind of adding more people to this area because this has been going on. And he said that they thought the cause were elves, and there were a lot of elves seen in the area. I think we should go talk to Chell to see if anyone he knows that, maybe does their thing over there has seen anything. It might be a good way to get a lead.
I talked to Jill. And I'll regale them with the tale. I do a tale regale of what Chell told me about the people who came to town, and yeah, the thing I said in the recap. I tell them, but in character and with a southern accent.
strong effort.
And I do this a couple times. Yeah, I roleplay real good, but in game.
Oh, wow. Good job.
Yeah. In character, Meliston's roleplaying hard. He's doing a good job.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking sick.
He's just being himself.
Yep. Anyway, so that's what happened. And they tossed him into the sea. So, look, this ain't Shell. This wasn't Shell. And I don't. He didn't seem to know much.
Well, then we need to find some elves that are spending time there because they might have actually seen something. I don't think they're the cause of it, but I think they might have had either people go missing or have had some first-hand run-ins.
All right. I want to find this thing. We're gonna find it. We gotta find it before the town guards do.
What do you think? Maybe disinclination is what I'd call it? I don't know. It's tough.
Disinclination.
Like that. Mm-hmm.
Just you get to impose disadvantage one time whenever
Yeah.
you feel like it.
You just
Yeah,
have you gain 1 point of misfortune. You know?
That's cool. That's cool.
That'd be cool. I should do that.
Jesus Christ.
Birds start with 2.
Yeah. If you're a bird, you automatically have a bunch.
And if you're in health, you start every session with 3. It's bad. Don't be an elf.
Yeah.
No. So, Clinton. You kind of wander around and ask about as to where y'all's true friend and sort of boon companion might be. And you're kind of given a general direction as to apparently she's got like a small like house or something that she seems to have purchased, and she's kind of selling she's selling like weird bugs and shit and lizards from just like outside on her front stoop. People seem to think she's kind of strange,
It's fair.
and apparently she scares kids and tells them that she will feed them to her lizards.
Scares or warns?
It's hard to say.
Alright. I will roll up to Harna. Harna, could I talk to you for a little bit?
Oh, hello, dear. How have you been? You look terrible.
Yes. Things could be better. Although, yeah, I don't really know exactly what's going on, and I was wondering if maybe you could help me. You know a lot.
Oh, sure, sure. Come on in, dear. Oh, well, I have to say, this city's grown since I've last seen it, I think. Not even the slave
does it?
tide's catching up, I see. Very good.
It's a nice city. I like it for the most part.
Oh.
Minus the vampires and random deaths.
Vampires and gnolls and...
Yeah, it's a shithole.
It's, you know.
But it's not the waste.
That's right. She goes ahead and brings you on inside. How's it going, dear? She has a sit, and she reaches over and grabs a cage that has like these beetles that are crawling around in it. She goes ahead and opens it up and pulls one out, shutting it. She takes it. It's a heavy crunch.
Nice.
You want one, dear?
I've been not hungry.
Good.
But, do you happen to know what could cause this kind of wound to someone and possibly make them forget a day? And I show her, like, my neck.
It looks like a bite.
Yeah, that much I did have, yes. Do you know what could, what would do this in the town and not be found? This happened not far from here.
Ah, in town, huh? There's not a lot of things. I've seen some dogs about, but they don't
Lots
really
of dogs.
act like that. And
What
is
do
that
you
why
mean,
you
out of
look
some
so terrible?
It could be part of it. Kayat's also missing. Could be dead. So, I'm a little rough right now.
Oh dear. Well, it could be poison, I guess. Though your color isn't quite like you'd see for someone who's sick. More like you're a little anemic, dear. Should really be eating better.
Mm,
Been getting in a lot of fights?
a few. I also, it's kind of weird, but I couldn't walk into a building the other day
Oh.
without, it was like just something that wasn't there stopped me.
Was it a smell or?
No, it physically was like walking into just some sort of barrier. There was nothing there, but I couldn't enter. And then my friend told me to come in, or invited me in, and it was fine.
Hmm. The waste surely did a number on you, huh? Must be all between the ears, dear. I think, you might have caught a little bit of the weakness on you.
So you do not know of any creatures like this?
I've seen quite a few creatures, and I'll admit there's some ones with psionic abilities that are not something I know a ton about, but nothing I've heard quite like this. Maybe, I guess it could be something psionically influencing you. Have you fought anything you think that might have had that kind of effect? Like, I know there are some plants. There are a couple lizard beasts.
We fought some gnolls the other day. One of them had an amulet that had some sort of defiler magic in it. And he used it on Miago and turned him into a lizard, but he did something else to me, and I just blacked out.
I bet that lizard would be quite valuable. Is he for sale?
He came back out of it, so he's back to a bird. He's not worth as much.
Pity. Alright. Well, I see. Well, defiler magic is certainly something you should avoid.
Yeah, we were trying.
It's not really
Things
my
as though
special
bad things
type.
always surround me, you know?
It's the nature of
Yeah,
being in the
everybody.
wastes.
But I'm not in the fucking waste for once, and it's still happening.
I used to travel with the Defiler. He was part of our little group of adventurers. He had quite a bit of power to him. I could see him.
Really?
Oh, yes. I saw him throw fire from his hand before. Incredible things to see. I've seen him gaze impossible distances. Why? I remember this one time. I tell you, it's true. I saw him fly like a bird.
And he wasn't a bird, you mean?
No, he was a man. Beautiful man.
How did he learn this?
I don't know. He had some sort of knotted rope. He would study for hours.
Like
He
a
would make
rope?
Yes. He would run his hands along it, like he was reading some sort of code. And he would speak words beyond our reckoning.
I always thought that they hid stuff like this in books, so that, most of us couldn't figure it out.
I can still see him in the sky now.
Is he alive?
He was struck by a spear and lost his concentration and fell to his death.
Ooh, that'll do it.
It did. And he had a good bit of money on him too, so that was helpful, but I do miss the old boy.
Well, it seems like you're doing well for yourself now. That's
Oh,
good.
yes. The family who used to live here has been enslaved. So I got a great deal on it.
Damn, that is some luck. You always have luck around you.
You know what? Things are really working out.
If you happen to hear any weird shit going on, maybe with customers or rumors, when you give me a heads up, we're supposed to be finding somebody that's taking people, and I think it might be maybe linked to what's happening to us personally now. It seems like a weird coincidence.
I see. Well, I'll try and see if there's anything I hear. I'll tell you this: if you need any little beasts of burden, perhaps, or something, or one of my fine lizards can be quite helpful. Poisonous indeed, some of them. So if you're ever in need, let old Harna know. I'll give you a good and fair price.
Friends and family discount.
Of course.
I'll keep this in mind. The Miago really wants to ride like some sort of lizard for some reason. He keeps talking about this lizard. I
Well,
think he's just frail and can't carry things, so wants lizard. But
Well, the party does seem a little bit lacking in the strength. Very weak group, but you've all survived, so that's good.
that is a fair assessment. Anyways, thank you for the chat, if nothing else.
Of
I need
course.
to see if I can find some more information.
Okay. Meanwhile, back at the Thestian house, what are the three best friends doing?
Right. So we think maybe. Four could look into Clinton's head, figure out where he went. And Clinton's seen this thing. He just doesn't know it. He'd been there. He came back, but we don't remember how.
I mean, maybe. Yeah, I mean, maybe, but I feel like I know Clinton would have to. I mean, wouldn't his mind have to have some idea of where he went in order for that to work? You know, if he was knocked out like he said he was until he woke up.
I mean, he said he woke up here, like standing here.
Yeah.
He just showed up. I don't know any of this brain shit. Fuck, I wish Coyote was here.
Well, I think Kayette's not the only person to go missing. There have been other people going missing. And I think other people might be looking for the same thing we're looking for. So they might have some ideas on how we can find it and maybe follow it or capture it. Seems that these things only happen at night.
Shade, you get a good look at that thing? Did it have the black hair, brown eyes?
Yeah. Big, white, pointy teeth.
Pointed teeth.
Yeah. It's fucking weird looking.
And you said it looked like a human?
I mean, kinda.
Did it walk like a lizard?
It didn't. What did it, Dennis? I'm not 100% clear.
I mean, it ran across the
lizards
wall a
will.
little bit. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. And she was like up on the walls and shit.
I think the only way we're gonna find Kayette's remains is if we find that thing.
We're gonna have to patrol at night in the area.
And I think we should do it armed and together.
Yeah.
I think we should go to the Elven Market before we go there to see if anyone else has run into this thing. Maybe Gillum has heard something. Elves seem to only want to talk to other elves. Meliston, so
Yeah, that's why I already talked to Chael.
Yeah, but he's not all the elves, is he?
He is. He's the amalgamation of all elves.
He's the
all
conduit
elves.
by which elves exist.
Yeah,
He's every woman. It's all in him.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's the collective consciousness.
Yeah, he's the omni elf.
Mhm.
Um,
The uber elf.
look, if Jill didn't hear anything, I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical that anyone would know something. Something like this. He's got his finger on the pulse. I think we can find this thing. It's hunting. All right, it got Clinton. It got Kayet. It's hunting and ain't afraid of us. And that's what we want. We just need to let it find us.
How did it get Clinton and Clinton survived? That's really.
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't
Why
think
not?
into it too much.
didn't it?
Don't think about it.
don't
Didn't it-
think about.
Didn't it say something to Clinton about a wedding?
Yeah.
I mean, is that?
Yeah, maybe we should check the community board and see.
Let's check
Upcoming nuptials.
Facebook events and see
Yeah.
if
All
there are
right.
any weddings coming up that look suspicious.
There's a wedding, and yep, look, Vampire Queen RSVP'd. Look, it's got us so far because it's been able to pick us off, and it got Clinton because that fucking Noel, goddamn fucking Noel. This thing, we can find it together. We got this.
I mean, I
Alright.
think we could probably find it, but
Well, good.
Well,
I mean,
I'm
it
gonna-
was really fucking fast and strong, guys.
So was a nightmare beast.
We can beat this thing, Shay. All of us.
I'm gonna go rest up a little bit before we head out, and I'll retire to my lavish and wealthy quarters.
That's
No,
right.
we can't beat it, guys. Like, fucking not happening.
Okay.
We're CR20, baby.
Correct.
CR20.
That's how that works.
That's how PRs work, yes.
Easy, easy, easy. Just additive. Add them all up. Stack them up. We're level 20 together, baby. That's right.
What did Milaston and Shay do as Miyago goes to retire to his ever so comfortable quarters?
I guess I will attempt to sober up slightly if we're gonna, like,
Do stuff?
go out on a grand monster hunting adventure.
Yeah, y'all are gonna get vacuum cleaners, and try not to cross the streams. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and I'll just hang out with Shay. She seems to be a little rough right now. She doesn't seem to
Little.
understand that these things happen. So I'll.
Is that
hang out.
Melisand's new catchphrase? Like, it's on his
not new.
business card?
It's not new. It's been there. Yeah.
I
These
know, but,
things-
like,
yeah.
is it like... Yeah, it's Melisand's tagline.
It's his mantra. Yeah, for sure.
These things happen.
These things happen. And I think he'll also at one point say, once all this is, once we deal with this, you and I should catch up. Talk a little bit about what's hung you.
I mean... I don't know that that's gonna help us find Kayet.
It won't. We'll deal with this thing. We'll avenge Gaiad. But anyway, drink some water.
You.
We'll talk later. Yeah, and so I do.
Okay.
So on the way back at some point,
You broke up.
swords. Oh. Hello?
Hi.
I can kind of hear you.
Is that better? Is it better
Yeah,
now?
yeah, you're good.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. On the way back to the Thespian house, I would try and swing by like the trade district and pick up 2 new weapons.
Okay, but
Yeah, like,
tell me about these weapons you're trying to accrue.
it's like scimitars or short swords. The normal disposable weapon.
I got you. You only find wrist razors. That's all that exists now.
That's the only remaining weapons in Darkstone.
Yeah, someone's been buying up all the swords.
That's rough.
Crazy.
Yeah. You can get a scimitar.
Works
And
for me.
yeah, so there's a scimitar and a short sword that you can try to purchase.
How much are they?
The scimitar is going to be 20 ceramic pieces, and the short sword is going to be 15.
Hey, Rennie, I'm sensing some salt there, my dude.
A bamboo. So it's 35.
Yeah. So,
Is it 100 ceramics make 1 gold?
correct. 100 ceramic pieces make 1 gold. Yeah, I mean these are the arguments that I've heard presented. There's all this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, as you guys as Milston and Shay are hanging out back at the Thespian house, and Miyago is taking a bird nap. A military officer enters the building, and he approaches Spur. He asks him some questions, kind of pressingly, kind of muffled as to what they're talking about. Spur
Points
kind
at us and does this.
Yeah. And Spur kind of gestures over towards the 2 of you. And the
Velaston does that, exactly.
not me, I didn't do it. And the man approaches the 2 of you. Are you 2 with the Unbroken?
We are.
Is this all of you, or are there more?
It's all of
There's
us
more.
here right now.
He says, your presence is requested.
By who?
Centurion Telenon.
BFF, Dan.
Ston kind of
Wants to make friendship
rigid
bracelets.
a little bit. Where? When?
I believe it's called the Hall of Heroes. 1 second.
This is like, I don't know, the place where Telenon is. Like, just
Fucking
go there.
dope ass name if it is called that. Why am I not there all the time?
Yeah. This sounds like our new home. How do we
Yeah,
take
this sounds like where
over?
we belong.
Move in.
I think.
Yeah,
hold
why?
on.
This is the first time hearing about it.
Temple of Heroes. I'm sorry. He says, your presence is requested by Centurion Telenon at the Temple of Heroes.
All of us.
That's right.
All right.
He kind of gives a nod and then heads on back outside.
I go shake Miyago awake.
Wake up, you bird! You stupid bird!
Fucking bird.
Kyle will never wake up!
It's funny.
Yeah.
This is true.
I know, that's why, yeah. That's what I was...
Because she's so dead.
Because she's dead, yeah.
10 bonding points, guys.
Yep. There goes
They
all
did.
those.
They're all gone now. She
gone.
only has a bonding point with Clinton because they're gonna eat people together.
That's right.
Bird with fangs. Let's go.
Bird with fangs.
Let's do this.
Bird fangs.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up kind of suddenly and short.
Squawk!
What's going on?
Telenon wants to see us.
Like right now?
Yeah, like now.
Alright, let's go. And I'll go ahead and grab one of my extra wrist razors as I'm heading out the door.
the one that still has like a tag on it that says to Clinton, love Miyago. BFF.
Do we owe money for Wealthy Living? Has it been 3 days since we paid?
I think this is the third day,
Okay.
so I think you will tomorrow.
And is it still the same day, or are we now on the 14th?
The 14th.
Right.
So as you guys prepare to leave, Clinton does return to the Thespian house.
Where do you go?
I want to go see Harna. Did not. Figured maybe if she knew what it was, we might be able to track it better, but no such luck.
Look, until we find this thing, we should stick together. But Zuthos has summoned us to the Temple of Heroes.
Wonderful.
Come on, let's go.
Okay.
So, you guys move down the main road, and you travel up to the Megalinion. You can see its great white walls looking back at you. The sun fading away as twilight coats the city itself. Near the Chamber of Patricians stands the Temple of Heroes. It's this massive shrine with these huge marble columns holding it up. You can see that the floors are marble as well. And as you guys head on in, you can see that there's in the center a pool of water that sits. The floors are impeccably cleaned, and you can see that there are people moving around in white robes, brushing any sort of sand or anything aside, though it's largely empty at this point during the day. And in the you can see in several corners there are actual sort of massive statues that of which are set up. What were the statues? I got them. I wrote them down. I swear. If I was a good GM, I would already have that ready to go. You can see that one of them is there's a farmer, and he's holding a pitchfork as he stands in front of a ballot box. as the feet and legs of a giant kind of loom in front of him. You can see that there's another statue of a woman kneeling next to a dead soldier who's filled with arrows, and she's holding up an infant to the sky. You see a third one that has a dwarf, and he's got this massive sack of stones slung across his shoulder, and is slowly trudging up this high hill. One of the stones seems to have fallen out of his pack and is rolling back down. And standing kind of amongst the three of them, you can see your good boy Zuthos. He's wearing just what appears to be just like a loincloth. You can see that his leg, one of his legs is normal. The other one has his flesh is almost wrapped around this sort of twisted metal at around his knee that looks sort of warped and jagged, but it seems to be able to support weight. He's sweating. You can see he's holding his arms out straight. Around each of his wrists is a rope, and tied to the rope are these massive blocks that is bound to each. The one on his left says courage, and the one on his right says duty. Around his neck is another rope with a third massive block that says sacrifice across it.
And it's iconic.
He's a really cool guy. You know?
But to us, all we see are these blocks with like weird symbols.
Yes,
doodles
he's
on them.
undoubtedly a
Literally, no
necromancer.
one here can read any. We're like, I don't get it.
Sacrifice and courage.
So courage, duty, and sacrifice. Courage on his left, duty on his right, and sacrifice around his neck.
I can read that shit, can't I?
I think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, you read it all day, and you're like, I see you.
And does he look like uncomfortable?
I mean, he looks like he's straining.
Yeah.
But as you
What's
guys,
his constitution?
hi. It's very good. He's also a vampire. His CR is like it's like an 11. Like it's pretty good. You know. He lets out a sort of grunt, and he lowers his arms, and each of the massive bricks slam onto the ground. And he kind of moves his wrists to get the ropes off of them, taking the rope around his neck and placing it on top of one of the other bricks. He turns to the group of you. Good evening.
You summoned us.
I did. He moves over to there's a sort of basin near the pool in the center. He scoops up some of the water and puts it to the side. He takes it and splashes his face with it before taking a towel nearby and patting his face. He says, "Have you learned anything?"
There's a creature. It's taking people. We're gonna find it. And we're gonna kill it.
That's good. Where is your fifth? I asked for all of you to attend.
She was taken.
we are what remain.
It appears our prey knows it is being hunted.
I don't think it cares.
It cares enough to take one of you.
He stands up and heads over. You can see that he's got his armor pushed to one side, along with the blade and its scabbard. There's a sort of sack that he rummages through, and he pulls out something of a scroll. He walks over and hands it to you.
He handed it to me.
Sure.
Okay. I will read the scroll.
As you unfurl it, you can see that it's largely a map of the city itself, and it's dotted with various small marks upon it.
Each of the marks is where another person has gone missing.
He points to an area by the Agora in the market precinct. Says,
My men found some blood here this morning. I'm guessing that's where your friend went missing.
Yes, I spoke with your men out there this morning. I don't think they realize what they're dealing with.
Of course. As by design. Panic would do no one any good.
Have you or anyone else in Balak heard of a creature that takes people at night and leaves bodies the way they have?
Not terribly much is known. Some of the patricians believe it may have some sort of defiling magic aspect. Others,
and he nods towards Clinton.
as you suspected, suggest it may be water clerics of some fashion. Though I suspect there may be easier ways. But perhaps it is a heresy of sorts focused on blood.
That does seem to be the focus. Are there any water cleric temples or communities in Balak?
He says,
Any water clerics who come through here tend to be traveling. Wind clerics are more favored in this city.
Well, of those of us standing here, only one of us has actually seen the creature. Shay, can you just give Zuthos a description so he can share it with folks who need to know?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a she. She's got dark, curly hair, black hair, and dark brown eyes. She's really pale, like unhealthy pale, and has white, pointed teeth, and she can climb on walls like lizard or something. Got super long nails, and her eyes kind of glow sometimes.
I see. I'll certainly communicate this. It does sound like a beast of defiling magic. And you saw this creature, yes?
Did.
Have you any other information?
Well, I don't know if it's relevant or if it's just a coincidence. But the night that Kayet, our friend, went missing, I was looking for the creature in the prior murder scene. I'd spoken to a drug addict that lives on the street, and he said many of his friends had gone missing. And not long before he retired to safety, a dog showed up. And, you know, I've seen stray dogs around. This dog didn't act like a stray. It looked like it was scouting, watching guard. Is that part of Balak's Legion, or is that something that other folks have reported?
Most dogs are killed. They carry insects, disease. But some of the guards have claimed to have heard howling in the night.
He says,
What do you know of what the Unbroken did before your arrival, Mr. Miyago?
Not much. I know they did a job for the Order outside of Ledopolis.
That I
It
did
was
not-
around then that I met them.
That I did not know of. But what I do know is that there were people who were going missing outside of town. The belief was they were carried off by beasts of some sort. I do worry. Perhaps this may have been connected. They claim, others claimed it was the work of a gadge.
That's what I heard as well.
he nods over at Milliston.
They had the head of a boy who they say conflicting things about. Do you believe this may be related, Mr. Milliston?
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Something weird was going on with those creatures we fought and that boy. Something may have had a hold of him. Look, I don't know, and it don't matter. We're gonna find this thing. We'll take it out. Killed our friend.
We were also attacked in the streets shortly after speaking with you by a group of gnolls. One of them had a defiler trinket on them that they used against us.
Is that
You
so?
heard about any bands of gnolls running through the city?
No. Only of the dogs. Perhaps that is a first sign. Gnolls are not cunning enough to hide from the guard.
They had a large beast with them as well.
does that sound?
Out of character, I don't remember exactly what it was. Was it a large dog?
It was like a large
It was
dog
like a
with a
weird
human
horse
face.
dog thing.
Yeah.
It had a human face, yeah, and it had hooves.
And
It's
it had
cool.
hooves. It was a dog with hooves with a human face that could talk like an 8-year-old
This
dwarf.
seems real
And
proud
it
of
had
myself.
another smaller face on the tip of its tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, called tonguey.
Yeah, I'm not gonna describe this anime
Called
monster to
tonguey.
this
Why
man.
don't you just flash him a psychic image of it?
It's not.
No.
It's not an anime monster. It's a D&D monster.
It's Akira. It's an Akira.
It's not. But, he says,
Do you believe these gnolls may be causing some of this as well?
I don't think so.
They're connected in some way.
They could definitely be connected.
I don't think they're connected. I don't think there's anything sophisticated about the killing that a gnoll does. It's usually pretty obvious.
Very true.
They may they may have been controlled like the shepherd boy and the spiders we dealt with before, if there is a link between those situations.
The gnoll with the metal
Mini.
teeth turned me into a lizard. I don't think anything is controlling him.
Metal teeth, you say?
Yes, he was the
Like a
leader.
grill.
Paul Wall.
Ah, I see. We have another statue.
Told him rob the jewelry store, give me a grill.
that's right. He says,
I have heard such a tale of a beast with iron fangs north of here. But I didn't believe them, nor did I believe that such a creature would be this far south. Are you sure?
Oh,
I fought him for a while. It's definitely real. And he got away.
we slayed his companions and his beast, but he was able to use his defiling magic to
Sure.
get away from us.
Surely your guards must have found the bodies of these things.
No. No such thing was found. Did he have
That's fucking weird.
a spell rope with him?
He had an amulet.
Yeah,
made of
a
amber.
weird amulet. He would shake, and then some weird shit happened to Miyago over here, and then he did the same to me. But I don't know exactly what happened. I just blacked out.
Would I have would we know there's a pixie in the amulet with our interaction, or would we have an idea of what it could be?
well, I mean, you might have seen, yeah, I mean, you've seen roughly what it is, right?
Right.
You don't know, I mean, a pixie is not something you know of, right? It's not a
Right.
creature that exists.
But it looked like he had something trapped in
Yeah.
the amber. And it looked like he had something trapped in the amber.
Jesus, Brandon.
Fucking role playing so hard today.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta pace
Chronic.
yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it would look like a butterfly or something, probably.
He had some kind of winged creature locked in the amulet, and somehow stirring it up, he was able to use this foul magic.
I see. A winged creature. And this was after I showed you the crime scene. With the blood on the walls.
Oh,
Yes.
it was an ambush.
Since we talked to you, we've been targeted more than once by things in the city.
Well, they drew us in, Clint. They mimicked. They used the dog
set a
horse
trap.
man face to lure us in.
Dwarf girl voice. Man face, dog body. Hoof.
Horse hoof.
Horse hoof
Cool.
dog man face.
We should have left it alive. I wanna. Can I be that as my race for my next character?
Hey guys.
Hey, you guys.
Hey. Hi guys. Are you ready for an adventure?
This big hulking. Oh my god, that's so
Clop, clop,
creepy.
clop, clop.
That'd be scarring. That would scar me.
That's what I was
I
aiming
am
for. You know. He says, "This is a lot of information. You've done well. I am sorry for your friend.
We plan to avenge her tonight.
I wish you luck." He turns and he says, "But at least she died with the 3 pillars." That is all.
And I'll whisper to Melisande, I think he's talking about the rock things.
Oh,
And I'll tell Melisande what it said on the rocks.
I gotcha.
sick. Now I make a connection. I get it now. Yeah.
Just like that, Dennis. Melisande literally.
I
That
like
was
that
my
you missed
neurons.
it first, Aaron. I thought
Yeah.
that was cool.
Shit.
No connection made.
No. Marcio, come bring my fingers together.
Marcio, do the thing. Do this. Yeah.
Touch your fingers as if they were my fingers and touch them together.
Correct.
Do not miss.
If you miss, it is a lashing.
That's right. I will add them to your regulars. Anyway.
Turn on my heel and leave.
Alright. Y'all go ahead and exit Awesome Town.
Be heard.
It's an earshot. I'll say something's going on here. Those gnolls were targeting us. Somehow the gnolls gave Clinton to this creature. They're working together. They're looking for us.
I think that maybe 2 things are happening here. I think that the gnolls were looking for us. We fought them off. One of them escaped by putting Clinton to sleep and left. And then this creature found Clinton asleep. Easy prey. I think it's 2 separate things. I don't think it's one thing.
You think that so you're saying
I'm
that
not a detective, but I'm kind of a detective, and I think I would figure out that this
I
is
think
a
I
coincidence.
would know.
This is clearly a coincidence.
This is one of those things where they're just 2 mysteries not at all related. The classic
I believe,
classic twist.
yeah,
It was a coincidence after all.
I believe the clinical term is circumstantial. This was circumstantial.
Yeah, that tracks. Well, whatever it is, we gotta find it. Clint,
Yes.
would you be alright with talking to 4? Seeing if he can't lick your brain or whatever and figure out where you've been?
Brain
Yo.
licking, I hear, is quite a powerful.
Actually, we don't really have to go all the way to the order, Melisande. We could just go back and ask Zuthos
If he's got a brain licker free.
if he's got a guy around.
Yeah, you got a spare brain licker, you know. Guy
Well,
licked
he-
our brain. Can you get him to lick
He's-
lick old
He's
Clint here?
pretty gentle. I appreciate it.
Yeah, if he's a cool guy, is he for hire? Like, can we does he
It
do
didn't
contract
hurt
work?
at all.
Does he have a side hustle?
Yeah.
Can
Does he
Is he
moonlight?
moonlighting anywhere?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not too interested in the captain knowing what's going on in my head. Thank you.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What about the order? What about 4? Maybe you can tell us something.
He already said he would.
What?
He didn't want to help us last time. He's a useless man.
Well,
Shay,
And
what were
without,
you in?
Without
Oh.
a connection to Kayat, he has no reason to even help us.
we could pay him.
Do you have any Esper weed?
No.
No. Let me check. No.
Shay, what were you and Kayet doing before the creature approached you? Oh, you were super muted
Yeah.
when it approached you.
Yeah.
Oh, she's not muted. She's saying, hold on 1 second. Dan said something about orphan squishing.
You're doing a good job recapping, Rennie. You're narrating.
Killing it, man. I like it.
Hang on. Here comes Aaron.
Aaron's
see-
typing something.
That's a type
Oh,
face.
fuck.
That's what it hates when I reconnect my headphones.
Well, it was a
Yeah.
good call to disconnect them, for sure.
So
These are the hard truths coming in.
Big mood.
I've been playing Pathfinder, and I would like to lodge a complaint. So, I've only kind of started, but I've met this character who's so beautiful that they kicked her out of the Temple of Beautifulness because she was too beautiful. And I'm just going to say, if you're going to make that character, like, at least give her a nice fucking portrait. Like, she looks like it's like her awkward phase in 7th grade with a bad haircut. And I'm like, why is the dirty homeless barbarian look nicer than you? Like, I really am not a fan of it. I'm like,
Different societies have different standards.
Yeah,
of
the
beauty,
temple, the temple. has
No,
very-
there is a god of
standard.
beauty, so there's an objective beauty that exists, and she does not meet it in any capacity. And I'm like, why? Why don't they? I mean, they could have given her. They could have.
No, I'm saying their god of beauty may have, you know, he might be into like really big nipples or something. That's all.
Maybe
I'm
that's
saying.
it. Yeah, the pepperoni deal. I hear you.
Aaron's still muted.
Yeah. I was not a fan. I was very disappointed. I was like, what? Why? I don't understand. Why did you make like the weirdest looking character? So like she looks like Brienne of Tarth, which is like, I'm not saying that, you know, we should all hate on Brienne, but like
Just completely unfuckable.
if you're gonna hype up this chick as like some fucking smoke show, like at least like give her like a nice looking portrait. I'm not saying she's got to be like slutted out, but like, you know, make her look like a reasonable fucking lady.
Aaron, you're just muted in Discord. It's not your head.
Yeah.
Aaron, stop.
Okay,
Alright,
can we
there
hear
you
me
go.
now?
Good job.
Hey, okay.
All right. So
Back
Aaron,
in.
what were y'all doing when y'all were like
Oh.
touching orphans and stuff?
Squishing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what? Like before the creature approached you, were you murdering Kayet or?
Yeah, very casually.
Okay.
Good,
Gotcha.
Hold
I
on.
knew it! I got
Her
her!
blood.
Zudos! Zudos! I've unraveled the mystery.
No, we went to see some of those kids Kayet was friends with. See if they had seen or heard anything.
Maybe we should go check in with them tonight. Maybe the creature was hunting them originally before it changed its mind and took Kayet.
I mean, couldn't hurt anything. Good to know they're safe anyway.
You guys just find a bathtub full of blood. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
There's a woman bathing in it.
You're so fucked up. What the fuck?
What?
Who hurt you?
Yeah, like shit.
Spoilers. Alright. So y'all are y'all all heading off to go talk to children?
Seems to be
Yeah,
our
maybe.
only lead.
Yeah, let's go.
I straight up don't have their names written down still, so hopefully Rennie wrote those down earlier.
We'll never know.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. They're gonna die.
That's the spirit.
There you go.
Naibe and Glycon
Like
are the only
glucose.
two. The only
Yes.
two I know.
Niobe.
Niobe and Glycon.
Good job. Make sure you
There
guys
was
only
there
talk
was
to-
a third one that started
those.
with a P, I think.
Nope.
Oh, all right.
Is an A.
Ah, okay.
Very close.
Andropides.
Yeah, that's it.
It was the Sorcerer King.
It was indeed. He lives with the children. He's
Mhm.
one of the people.
He's one of them.
Yeah,
That would
he's.
be a twist. That would be a super big twist, Dennis.
It's a twist. No, I've got. That's not. It's not grim enough. So, you guys head on over into the night. The sun sets, and Clinton, you feel like a lot better. Like, you feel a lot more comfortable. The sun no longer sort of clawing at your skin, and your vision seems like on point. Like, you can see like nobody's business. So you got all that going for you. That's pretty good.
I burn in the daylight, but I can see at night.
Yeah, you got dark vision.
Sweet.
That's a rare.
It's a super
skill.
rare thing in Dennis.
Holy
campaign.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's
All
the
you
most
have
You
to
are
do
like officially OP.
is give up
because-
your life.
Yeah.
Well, power is not free.
Details.
Okay. You guys head
Freedom
on.
isn't
No. You guys head on over to a kind of rundown part of town. And Shay, you lead them to the sort of dilapidated encampment that the children are pitched out at. They all kind of hide a little bit from you, a couple of them poking their heads out and that sort of thing. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna stand off to the side of whatever conversation's about to take place, and my head's just on a swivel, checking out everything around me because shit looks new and different,
So
and I'm gonna be looking for any threats.
And while Clint does that, I'll grab a rank and some rations, and I'll walk up to the kids and kind of kneel down, and I'll address them by their names respectively and say, "Have you seen Kayette come around since yesterday?"
Okay, so you're like Glycon, Niobe, respectively.
the other one. And
Sprinkle.
all the rest.
Are here on kill. Anyway, so you go ahead and sprinkle some food out, and the children come.
They're like pigeons.
Yeah, they're just like pigeons. They hop around. That's how.
Yeah,
it's,
just like that.
The birds feed the humans this way. This is the ultimate twist. And so,
The Soviet Russia.
yeah, it's the Soviet Russia. In Soviet Athens. One of the boys comes out. You recognize him as Glycon. Hi, Shay. Who are all these people?
These are Kite and I's friends. This is Melistan and Miago and Clinton.
Squaw!
Slap me.
Jesus
Just like smack.
What's wrong with his face? He points at Melistan.
Wow.
He
All
was
right.
rude and
I
asked
just
for
look at
it.
Melistan
Yeah.
and raise an eyebrow like, do you want to address that?
Knowing your parents tell you not to play
See-
with fire, he played with fire.
See, what happened was he asked about a guy's face one time, and then they did that to his face.
I see what happens whenever you guys
God.
should not be allowed to interact with anyone who has less power than you ever.
You guys are terrible.
I was giving him a warning of life.
Yeah. So what do you actually do in response?
I draw my wrist razor.
Kill the younglings.
No, I look at Miago
women
and,
and the
or look at
children,
Melistan and
too.
arch an eyebrow. Like, do you want to answer that?
So to have my face twitch a little bit, and I'll say, just a botched surgery.
Oh. You should have gone to Twitch. Twitch does good
Yeah.
surgery.
Uh-huh.
And then the girl Niobe pops her head out. He always smells like alcohol.
There are worse things to smell like.
It's for the surgery, dummy.
Me.
Yeah.
Love children.
So I'll
Especially when they have beards.
to Glycon, I'll say, young man, we're trying to find Kayette. Have you seen her since yesterday?
Niobe speaks up. Where did she go? Is she okay?
Well, look, stupid. If we knew that, we would be asking you.
Yeah, you're a fucking moron, kid. Hello?
Hey! Hey, you dumb kid!
I strike the
No,
child.
none
for
of,
not
none of
paying
that
attention.
happened. None of that happened.
No, I'll say,
Like a
sweetheart,
hero.
we're trying to find Kayette. She's probably okay. We just want to make sure of that.
Go ahead and roll deception.
Alright. She
The
doesn't. she
first
can't-
roll of the
There's
day.
no way. I should have advantage because I'm a bird face.
I will let you have advantage if from now on you have disadvantage on every single insight check.
Alright, never mind. We should just let it fly.
You
as
should
is.
just do a regular roll.
Okay.
Good job, you lied to a child.
Good job. You
Hey man, it's a
fool the
white lie.
child. I mean, she hasn't been around here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where she was here last night with Shay. That's where I saw her.
Did you see anything unusual after you talked to Shay and Kayette last night?
I went to sleep after. Let me go get a Berkios. And
Alright.
he goes off and he.
Is this kid gonna be really pale?
This kid's really pale. He's got fangs. and they shout down a corridor, and you hear like a.
You just hear like a fluttering and then footsteps.
Yeah.
No, it's just they go.
I'm gold, you know, for me.
Are you looking for me, the child?
I said no visitors.
Yeah.
Oh god.
No, a dirty boy arrives.
Dirty boy.
Yeah, it's a dirty boy. He makes his way. They're looking for Kayette. Where? Why are they looking for Kayette? Is something wrong?
No.
Kayette's dead. We're trying to find what killed her.
And I just look at Melissa. I just throw my bird wings up
Squaw?
and give him one of these tilted looks, like the total mannerisms a human would use. But as
I'm like,
a
what
bird,
the
you know?
fuck?
It's like,
Incredible.
Yeah,
Dennis nailed it.
so that happens. And so, wait, what do you mean she's dead? No, she was here yesterday. Yeah, we talked
Yeah,
to her
then she
yesterday.
died. Yeah, she got killed. We're trying to find what killed her. Something took her in the night. Something attacked her and Shay after she left here.
Something took her in the night. Does it know we're here? Is it gonna come for us next?
Maybe.
Fuck, man. What is with you and traumatizing children? What the fuck?
For sure. Yeah. Almost certainly.
Like, I don't put this on Ellistan. I put this on Dan. Like, who hurt you?
Your face! Your face when you said it!
I like that Justin has given zero reaction to any of this. Like, he's just so fucking
just-
over our bullshit.
It's just another day.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
Can't acknowledge bad behavior.
Yeah, you only reinforce it at that point.
It's just
right?
gonna get worse.
Yeah.
These are fucking street urchins, all right? They gotta wisen up to the
Yeah,
reality of the
listen.
world.
Like when I was a kid, okay?
Yeah, look, I had to go through some rough shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Dan, not Milestone. Dan was
yeah.
Dan
Dan
was
is a
raised
street
by the
urchin, that's right.
streets.
that's right. Fucking-
Oh my god.
Fucked up, Dan. What
We're-
the fuck?
what?
This is
Guys,
Melisand's new thing of walking up to children just
just
dead.
telling
They're
them
dead.
bad news. Look,
Yeah.
look, you got to be honest with kids.
As
Look,
one
I
parent.
read,
I like
read one
what,
parenting
what
book.
I like best is that you talk to Zuthos and you're like, she's gone missing, I don't know. And then you talk to a child and she's like, she's fucking worm food for sure.
for sure.
And
Dad.
you're probably next.
It's coming for you too.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
for sure.
We're trying to find what took her, and it seems to be around here. Have you seen anything? Have you heard anything? Have you noticed anyone go missing?
No, we told Kayette and Shay yesterday. We said that we heard some dogs and the guards killed the dogs, but we can still hear them sometimes.
Where?
I don't know, outside or around. You can see that.
What about-
her eyes are welling up with tears?
And I'll say, everyone, just take a deep breath. Okay? Did you see anything? Anything at all? Hear anything?
No, she told you we didn't see anything
After Kayette left.
after she was killed.
Yes.
No, after she left speaking with you.
Yeah, but before she was killed.
In between that, if you remember.
Between the time when she left and her wing got ripped off of her corpse.
You pull out like her skull. Ah!
What did you see?
Swear to me. This is the meanest interrogation y'all have ever done, and it's to children.
No.
What?
So
Now we've
Shay's
done
gonna
worse.
step up between Miyago and this kid, but facing Miyago.
All right.
You don't know anything, Miyago.
All right.
We swear we don't know anything. We didn't.
No, that's okay.
We didn't see anything. We don't know. Where are we supposed to go now? What? You said there's something that's here that's gonna come and take people like Kayette?
I'm gonna pluck a feather out and I'm gonna hand it to the kid, and I'm gonna say, go to the thespian house, ask for Spur, and tell him that Miyago said you could stay in his room. You three should go then stay the night there, get a bath, and get something to eat.
That feather was all that was keeping me in
It was
here.
a very important feather. All right.
He doesn't fly that often. Not a
That's
big
fine.
deal.
He'll be fine. They take the feather. Okay. Okay, come on. Let's go. And so they dart off into the night.
Good idea, Miyago. Let's follow them and wait for them to get captured. The trap's been set.
But low
The
key,
bait is
I
out. Let's
actually-
go.
No, but low key, I actually do though.
Now we wait.
You guys are so terrible. Shay fucking leaves the party. Like,
Yeah.
bye.
She joins a new party
Yeah,
Yeah,
shit.
like,
that has
what's this?
that has
Reasonable.
heroes in it.
Yeah. What the fuck?
She joins a party of all minotaurs. I thought hard about Minotaur Vampire, by the way.
I'm still thinking about it. All right.
So y'all stalk these kids? Is that what happens now?
Where
I
are
would
the?
like to make sure they get safely
I
back.
think
to the
I would
Thespian
like to
house.
make sure they get safely back to the Thespian house also.
Okay.
where on the map were these kids staying?
They're down by the red box area, is it right?
Nope.
Oh.
That's where,
That's
the
where
murder
we got
happened.
attacked, right? Oh, that's
Well,
the
that's where
murder, right?
That's the murder, and then so also near to where we got attacked. I think yes.
I mean, we've been attacked a bunch in the city, so.
Oh,
What's
the orange
what's
box.
the green box?
The green box
You are here.
was where, yeah, the yellow
No,
box
the
is
green-
the Thespian house. The orange
Yes.
box is where the orphans are, I think.
The orange box is the pottery shop. I drew an icon on that one.
Correct. The green box is where Atonia and whatever the fuck got attacked. I'm pretty sure, or that's where they stay. One or the other. But it's like that has something to do with that attack. I like that we color coded and drew symbols, and we're still like, what the fuck?
Label this one.
We needed a
As
legend
an
somewhere.
A.
So
for
where are the kids?
Atonia.
Are they at the black dot then?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so the kids are at the black dot. They're heading.
I got
Okay, so
school
we
that
have
hour.
to head down in that direction anyway. We have to head in that direction anyway if we're retracing the footsteps of that night. So I think we should escort the kids to the Thespian house, and then from there make our way further down in the market precinct, past the pottery shop, towards some of the other places people were taken.
Okay. So you guys lead these kids into the Thespian house. There's-
Follow from afar. We don't want to be seen with the bait.
Okay.
Oh, I walk fucking with them.
You guys like fucking. You guys say, "Hold, give me your hand," and you cut it. All right, good. Now,
Good.
now it can be smelled.
Got the scent now. Aaron's just. Aaron,
I
not even
hope-
Shay. Aaron's just like.
I hope a frenzy doesn't get whipped up for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Clinton eats one of the kids. No.
We'll walk with the kids.
Okay, you guys walk with the kids to the Thespian house. It's pretty jovial there. There's a comedy of a play that's going on right there. Do you guys like sit them down in some chairs in the back or something?
Yeah, we order him some ale.
Okay. They drink it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. It's an old trick. It's what my mom used to do. Just it's an old parenting trick.
Yeah.
One of those parenting hacks.
Just a little bit of whiskey and lemon. And it's-
Douse the child.
Hey, Spurt, we got 3 in from the street. Can you have someone look after these? We'll pay for whatever they need.
We're like destroying this place.
Yeah, this place is gonna be a terrible place to go. Nobody's gonna want to go here anymore.
And we're like, oh, the place with all the nasty
do you
orphans in
mean?
it? Gross.
We're creating our own little traveling orphan acting troupe.
That's what y'all need. Y'all need to just collect orphans.
I mean,
That's y'all's new group name, the Orphan Collectors.
the
We're
harvesters.
the Orphan Squishers.
We are trading these children in exchange for.
No, y'all's new party
Money.
is gonna be these orphans that y'all have to decide what classes
when
y'all
we get a TPK, we just come back and we're like Muppet babies.
Yeah. Correct.
Pulling heists for bread.
Yeah, exactly. Who gets to play Cassie? That's the question.
I think it has to be Dan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
naturally.
He says, okay. Give me 5 pieces for the night and I'll get them cleaned up.
I give him 5 pieces.
Tell them not to steal.
And I'll give him an additional 10 pieces, and I'll say, Spur, if you could please get them some new clothes.
Oh my god, no. We'll buy them fucking clothes. Jesus Christ.
Aaron's like, well, I'm taking them to Target tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going. We're all going. We're gonna
Do
go
you
to the
imagine
thrift store.
Shay in fucking Target though? What a fucking white girl disaster.
She gets all 3 of them overalls.
Ma'am,
Yeah. She
Man,
comes out with
this is
Crocs
a
on
target.
herself.
Take them to Old Navy. Get them like
ma'am,
The
this
Gap.
is a Wendy's.
Anyway, so he goes over and he says something to Maeonia, and she kind of looks over at the children. He kind of shrugs his shoulders. And she kind of goes over. She kind of almost stumbles over a chair before walking up to them, and she kind of crouches down and begins to talk to them. And they look at her like she's super weird and strange, and not at all like her bird friend. So, you guys set up that wonderful situation going on.
Good job, us.
What do you guys do with the rest
We
of
can
your
sell
awesome...
them for money,
That's
dude.
the trick, yeah.
It's a renewable resource.
Yeah.
I'm literally gonna quit this campaign. Like, you guys are actually the worst.
No! What do you mean? I'm getting them new clothes.
And then selling them!
To a better life! They'll have a
I'm
roof
not
over
gonna
their head.
sell them. I'm not gonna sell them. I'm gonna teach them how to act and be their agent.
Correct.
We're gonna make the Jackson 4.
We're gonna make the
Yes,
fucking
a bird who
the-
can
the
make
ma-
no facial
the
expressions.
Bazrog
He's the best
Kateers.
acting instructor.
No, we're gonna have the Bazrog Kateers.
That's right.
Good one, Rennie. Good work.
Nice. This is nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Done that one. Print it. You're good.
Starting a new campaign with Justin. Bye.
Yeah. I gotcha.
No, no one's selling any.
Fucking
kids.
monsters.
Okay.
Just joking.
Yeah, as opposed to like there was a long time joke that Cassie was gonna be sacrificed to the next monster y'all ran from, so y'all could escape.
She needs to get faster.
That's fair.
It's good
Oh my god,
motivation.
just kidding. I'm starting a new campaign on my own.
I mean, to be fair, Shay did that to Kayette.
No.
Oh no! Oh no!
But Shay felt bad about it. That's
Oh, okay.
I'd feel bad about it.
I'm
put it
gonna feel
somewhere.
bad as I cry into all the coins we get from all these kids.
But
Anyway,
I'm just saying, no one's ever frowned on a jet ski.
what do you guys?
but if you hit a low bridge, you would.
Yeah, but
Well,
yeah,
you
Yeah.
wouldn't have a face to frown.
that's true. What do you do for the rest of the evening?
I say we wander around the market precinct,
Looking
trying
for
to
trouble.
engage this creature.
Yeah, I say we go on patrol, sticking together, and we just fucking look for dogs or shifty things or weird creatures running on walls.
Yeah, all those
You
things.
know, vampire hunt. We hang
Gotcha.
around cemetery like in Buffy.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I also apologize for May for kids being forced upon her,
Yeah,
and then leave.
More
like-
kids
and
being
then
forced
leave.
upon her.
Woman,
Yeah.
I have a task
We're gonna end
for
up
you.
having to buy a building to store
We,
all our
we
children.
are
Yeah.
just
Y'all
gonna
are-
we're starting an
Just to
orphanage.
store all our
legit
bullshit.
are.
To
We
store-
legit are. We're starting Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters. We're
Yeah.
gonna train them all
Yeah.
to be master swordsmen.
Yeah.
Master
Except for
swordsmen,
gifted, they're all useless.
investigators, and actors.
Psionics. They're all gonna get the fucking tattoos.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Y'all just
Then
funnel
we'll-
them. It's just a.
We'll brand them. We'll brand them with an unbroken shield.
There you go.
Become
know?
the little unbreakables.
Yeah,
Lil Unbreakables.
yeah.
And we
the
have
unbroken
them,
and the little unbreakables.
and then we have them recite an oath to the unbroken every
Yeah.
day at sundown,
Yeah, of course.
where they bow to the sun
They all line up outside.
and recite their prayer.
Yeah.
Pledge allegiance. This is all
Exactly.
good stuff.
All right. So before y'all decide to make a children's cult, y'all just go outside and wander into the darkness. Minutes pass into hours. You guys move around, but the streets are empty. And you don't find anything this night.
Hey guys, not to alarm anyone, but I can see really good at the night now, and I couldn't before. And the sun hurts my skin when I walk in. You might. This is information you might be needed
look-
before.
You're kind of
But-
giving us a lot here, Clinton.
There's been a lot of things that have been happening to me. We've had a lot going on, and
You look
I'm
kind of
real fucked up.
You look kind of pale. When was the last time you ate something?
I don't know. This morning.
No, this morning.
And did you eat it? I mean, it doesn't look like you're getting very much to eat.
Well, I've been trying to slim down a little bit, so.
I think
It's
Did something.
working.
since
Maybe-
you came back, Clinton, something's weird.
There's one more thing that happened, kind of minor or whatever, but I can't walk through doorways I'm not invited into. Or
Yep.
host.
You mean like you're just
Like-
trying to be polite?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
No.
like a code of ethics.
Yeah, you should knock first.
Yeah,
It's
that's
more like May invited me in when I helped her pack, or told me to come inside, and I hit this weird, I don't know, just a wall. I couldn't come in, and then she looked at me like I was strange and said, "Well, you come on in," and then I could go in.
is this a metaphor?
What
Yes.
the fuck is that? I'm trying to be serious, sir. Don't know what's happening to me.
Clinton, are you saying? Because we left the kids with May. Is she a defiler?
No, I don't think so. I think whatever the black-haired lady made me drink has fucked up my body real bad.
Sorry,
noticed-
Lorenz is-
I
His
noticed
hair.
all day that my skin was super uncomfortable, felt hotter than normal, and now that it's nighttime, that's not really bothering me, and I can see into the alley over there, perfectly fine.
This is just. Fuck. All right. Well, we gotta see Twitch then. You said Harna didn't know. She wasn't any help.
Arna didn't know. Twitch were involved.
Twitch. Remember that time you had vertigo?
No, that was Donk. Donk had vertigo.
remember how good Donk was? It's fine.
I feel like maybe we need one of those like book reading people. Maybe they could, what do you call it? The library. Maybe we find information at one of these book places. Iago has a book. Maybe he knows in it.
I think so. That is something I had asked about, Dennis, when we did our training montage. Is I wanted to scope out places where they had like scrolls or like places where people go to study things.
Magazines.
Yeah.
Would I have found any places like that by now?
I mean, they have a place in the Megalenion, but like you're not invited in. Like this is valuable shit.
You are
Right.
but a peasant.
Yeah, you're a dirty bird.
So okay, here's what
A
else.
street bird.
Clinton, I think that's a great idea, but I don't know if we'll have access to anything that would help. Maybe we can ask Zuthos and let him know that it could help with the investigation if we could go to the Megalenian library and speak with some of the scholars there. I think that might be something we can do.
I mean, I can't read, so it's not really something I can help with. But maybe we're running out of ideas. Like we visited everybody she talked to, and whatever it is won't attack us when we're in a group, apparently. So
Well, I think Melisande and I should go speak with Zuthos about this and visit the Megalenion together. We've
Most-
already
you-
encountered some of the people from there.
can you read Moloston?
No. This book idea.
Readings
Sounds
for
like
people
a
who are too stupid to understand pictures, Clinton.
Yeah, if you don't know how to use a sword, people who can't sword read.
Yeah. The sword
That's
is
the old
mightier
saying.
than the pen. Haven't you ever heard that?
That's right. That's right. Cut like 9 pens before you break a sword.
Oh
Easy.
yeah, it's no problem.
Easy.
I don't
maybe
know, man.
maybe
you
10.
buy some really shitty swords.
Yeah, but the pens ain't nothing to squawk about.
It's that-
They're just your
it's those
feathers
elf
dipped in ink.
quality. Yeah.
Let's- uh, look, I think we see Twitch. Clinton, they had you, and they let you go. They took Kayet, and they didn't let her go. We got to know why. Something about you.
No.
Maybe it's maybe it's that gift that Don gave you. Maybe that's what. I don't know.
Four said that Shane would know where the remains were. Is there anything you can think of, or did anything happen to you? I don't know why he would have thought that. Cool.
This is like inspiration
Sorry, someone texted me and I was reading it.
for shame.
Can you repeat it, please?
Basically, why did Four think that you know where her body is?
I don't fucking know. If I knew where her body was, I would have gone there already.
But did anything happen to you, like when you were running or anything? You don't remember any little detail, maybe?
No, I mean, I heard horrible shit. I fucking ran back to the thespian house.
Well, guess we are fought for today.
All right, we'll call it a night. We'll go see Twitch in the morning. See if he can't fix you up, Clinton. 'Cause you're looking bad. And I want to talk to Four again. 'Cause Clinton, there's something. They did something to you. Someone's got to be able to tell us what. Someone's got to know something.
Looking
I'm gonna
for-
go. I'm gonna go speak with Zuthos.
Tonight?
No, in the morning.
All right.
Alright, well,
Okay. So, you guys head home to rest up for the evening. But as you guys sort of bed down for the night to go to sleep, Clinton, you're just can't even shut your eyes, man. Like it's just not happening.
Doing great, buddy.
You just sleep does not meet you this night.
awesome.
The rest of you, though, get a good night's sleep. Feeling a lot better about your lives, about the day. And so, another day passes. Milston's 100% killing it. Nice roll, buddy.
So during the night, if I couldn't have slept at all, after a while, I probably would have gone upstairs, just slowly or quietly started cleaning the bar and, helping out because I'm just bored. And we're destroying this bar with our presence.
Yeah. Spur doesn't say anything to you. He just kind of works alongside you and gives you kind of a nod of appreciation. But soon enough, the sun does rise, and the morning comes again. Do you guys go ahead and head out to your various wonderful adventures?
Let's do it.
We do.
Alright, so who wants to go first?
Randy was pointing at himself, so he obviously wants to go first.
He's saying, this guy right here wants to go.
One.
All right, I'll go first. Sure.
Yeah, you got the easy one. Just chatting with your buddy.
Okay, so where are you heading off to, Rennie?
I'm gonna go look for Zuthos at the Megalenian.
Okay. Whenever you go there, you do see that there are some people who are there. There's small, like, little benches of stone that people sit at and kind of look at these huge statues. But Zuthos is not there this morning. When asked around, you're told that he's working in the city, in the arena precinct somewhere.
Is there like a front desk?
Not here. What are you trying to do?
I want to speak to one of the scholars, one of the people that works in like records or in the library or something like that.
I got you. These people are not there, and you do not have ready access to those individuals.
Well, that's why I was looking for Zuthos.
I understand that, but
I'm gonna
sometimes
head to the
people are in
arena.
different locations. It's not like Skyrim, where
Yep.
they're always going to be
I
standing
get-
right there at the
I
blacksmith.
mean, I think it is exactly like Skyrim, Dennis.
I head off to.
I mean, if it's not like Skyrim, we're gonna take weeks to just find these motherfuckers.
I'm gonna go to the arena precinct and look for Zuthos.
Okay. It takes you about an hour and a half or so, but you do eventually find the man. You can see that there seems to be a group of drug dealers that have been rounded up, and Zuthos is seeing to their appropriate let's say new logistical dwellings, sort of making sure that they get taken to the right location and that sort of thing. He turns and he sees you.
I'll walk up and greet him. I'll say, "Good morning, Zuthos. I see you're rounding up some troublemakers."
I'm doing my best. How can I help you? Do you have something new?
Actually, I think we want to talk to someone at the Megalenion, someone who might have some access to scrolls or maybe records that follow a similar kind of pattern as what we're seeing here. And maybe as you round up these kind of undesirables, see if they've seen anything, because those folks tend to roam around at night and they may have seen something recently.
I cannot grant you access to the oracles and such.
One second, I got a phone call that I need to tell to go away.
Sure.
You're good.
No problem.
We'll strategize.
Yep, that is what's gonna
Guys,
happen.
we're super fucked.
Yeah. We're running out of all fucking ideas and got no information today.
This
That's
is
not
how
true.
we do.
I
This is how we do
genuinely don't know where to go from here, and CR13 is going to fucking stomp us.
Guys, don't sweat that. We can take CR13.
I'm super sweating that.
No, Aaron, we got it. Look, we're a
Yeah.
team.
It's
We'll
not
work
fine. We're not down a
together.
body or anything.
We'll work together.
I mean, we're not good at that either.
We were just strategizing.
It sounded like confidence is what I hear.
Yeah, we were
From-
definitely
from my
talking
head-
about how we've got this. We're
From my
close.
And
headphones.
apparently has enough confidence for the rest of us. So
Yeah.
Close.
All I heard is just Aaron go, fucked. And that's all I got.
Yeah, I feel
that was
I
about our
feel-
conversation while you were gone.
Yeah, I feel that she's overreacting. I feel we totally got this.
Yeah, you guys are killing it.
I mean, I'm already dead, so fuck it. What's
got
gonna
this.
happen?
What could you lose?
No, yeah, absolutely. She's totally not going to mind control you and turn you against us in some weird way because of your link. Absolutely not going to happen.
And I might be able to kill you now, by the way.
Oh yeah, he's getting statted out for sure.
He's
My,
so
my
good.
AC is stacked.
Oh, it's listen. You're doing a great job, buddy. So, but Zuthos says,
I can't give you access to the scholars. If you want to talk to one of these men, you can.
Fair enough. And I'll can I just do a quick, like, what would it be, like a perception check to see if any of them look like they could be elves or have like a half elf kind of features?
sure.
All
Oh,
right,
it's fucking ears.
perception.
Knife-eared bastards.
Oh, I don't. I
Jesus.
Can't tell.
They're all
There are no
elves.
knife-eared
They're-
bastards.
They're all elves, all of them.
All right, I'm gonna approach them as if they are all elves, and I'll walk up to them and I'll say, "Got yourself in some trouble, have you?"
They kind
It's a
of look
dick
up at
move
you,
when
not saying
somebody's, like,
anything.
tackled.
Yeah.
This is-
What got you guys doing this kind of business during the day? Are you afraid of doing it at night?
I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
And then Zuthos comes along the side of him and gives him a hard check to the gut. The man tumbles over in pain.
The man asked you a question.
The man just sort of groans onto the ground.
I'll look at one of the other ones and I'll say, "What about you? How come you're doing this during the day? Are you guys stupid criminals?"
Ceramic pieces are pieces. We don't get to choose our hours.
So you've been at this a while?
You mean doing fair and honest trades? Of course.
You ever do any fair and honest trading down near the Agora at night?
Wherever business is.
He smiles.
Well,
with
I'm asking
rotten
if you
teeth.
find business there. I'll say, I'm asking if you found any business there.
Sometimes.
you notice anything out of the ordinary? People that said they were gonna show up, not showing up, or
That's not out
losing
of
some
the
of your
ordinary.
regulars? And then I'll kind of describe the area where I met that junkie, and I'll say, "What about down there?"
I got a couple of junkies there. Folks who can use help. Haven't been there in a while.
You hear any rumors from those folks? Anything about what's going on out there at night?
I hear all kinds of rumors.
What about a woman with long black hair, pale, walks on the walls? You hear anything about that?
Took a turn. Took an aggressive turn. We're like, yeah,
Walks on the
casually
walls.
describing a woman.
Has-
She climbs
has-
walls.
Climbs
Has
walls and eats
brown
people.
eyes. Has brown eyes.
Pale skin, brown eyes, black hair, eats people.
Walks on walls, turns into a bat.
He kind of jumps a little and he looks over at you and at Zuthos. He says,
I may have heard something.
Out with it then.
Let me try to remember here. He kind of looks over at Zuthos.
Hey, you can remember with us right now, or you can remember with what comes next. And speaking from experience, it's not pleasant.
See, you scratch the feather little buds that are starting to grow out. He says,
Well, I'm sure I just want everyone to remember how hard I tried to help.
he says,
Yeah, I've heard. Such a woman, I think she's a defiler or something. Went around the parts you're talking about.
When did you start hearing about her?
Maybe a week ago or so, something like that. Couple of days. Days, they blend together in my work.
A week ago, you say?
I think so.
Have you heard anything recently? In other parts of Balak?
I don't know about other parts, but the place you're talking about, I think I heard something. That such a woman was seen. Junkie sure freaked out, apparently.
And then I'll kind of look down at the one that's laying on the ground that was struck.
mm-hmm.
I say, what about you? You hear this woman?
He spits on the ground.
I don't hear nothing about anything.
Kick him in the face.
That's nice.
And Zuthos does.
And were there any others that are there, or just those two?
There are a couple others.
And do I, like, if I scan their faces, does it look like any of them are recognizing any of this stuff? Anyone kind of look nervous about what the guy's talking about?
Roll an insight check. None seem to recognize.
All right, so I'll say to the one that actually gave me information, I'll say, thank you for your cooperation.
Of course. I'm always trying to be helpful.
He says, looking over at Zuthos.
What's your name?
I obviously had that prepared.
You motherfucker.
This is like shit.
What's
we
your
almost
name
got
and
through
last
that
name and
interaction, Rennie,
backstory?
God damn it.
What are your 3 primary motivations in life? Where'd you grow up?
Proctus.
Thank you, Proctus. And I'll turn to Zuthos and kind of step away with him, you know, to speak with him. And I'll say, so I think this is isolated to that area. I haven't heard anything about it anywhere outside.
I think you trust the word of a miscreant a little too much.
Not just his word, the word of many miscreants. There's a common theme.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
All right, and I'm gonna thank him and be on my way.
Yeah. Okay. Who's next?
Well, were
well,
we all
we were-
going to? Yeah, we're all going
Okay,
together,
we're
right?
all going to
Yo,
Twitches.
Yeah, unless Shay was specifically doing something different.
I wasn't sure if Shay was. Okay. So the three of you make your way on over to Twitch's Barbery. You guys make your way on over, and you can see that there's nobody there at the moment. But you can see Twitch shuffling around inside. I told you I don't know where anyone put it. I'm still looking, okay? Jeez. Woman can't remember anything. Oh, look who it is! He kind of heads over towards you guys wearing his heavy apron. And he gives a broad smile. Well, you guys are looking... Oh! And he looks over at Clinton.
yeah. We need some surgery.
Okay, sure thing, sure thing.
He
I
heads on
don't
over.
know if I need the surgery, but do you know
No,
what
he
would
needs the
cause this
surgery.
on my neck?
Let me take a look. Ah, looks like you got bit by something.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, probably a beast of some kind or a bug, if I had to guess. Could be a plant, though. You never know. Can't be too sure. Go ahead, here, hop onto the exam. And he looks at the table and he kind of rubs it a little bit, and you can see that there's like some dried blood on there. I had to swear I cleaned this.
Goes ahead and he gets a rag and gets to wipe it off.
Alright. Looking good.
Rest, if you go ahead and have a seat over here. He gestures over to some stools on the other side.
Alright, let me go ahead and start looking.
He moves over to a wall, to a wash basin, kind of rinses his hands a little bit. So, tell me, what ails you? What's your problems been?
I was beat. I don't feel good now.
Oh. By the way, Milistane, how are your arms
Yeah.
doing, buddy?
And I kind of unwrap the bandage and show that they're just still kind of bleeding open.
Yep. He says, thought it might be defiler magic.
You hear a voice of a woman.
What was that? I told you nothing, woman. I think he's been hit by defiler magic. She's so nosy. Alright.
I wrap it back up, kind of like, huh.
Well, if it gets any further up your arm, let me know. We may need to amputate.
Yeah.
Make sure you get it before the elbow, then you can have a stump.
All right then, Twitch.
Just so helpful.
Yeah. He heads on over to Clinton. Just check him out.
Let me see. Your eyes look very dilated.
What does this mean?
Well, he says it's like jeez, it's like you it's like you're looking real hard and your eyes are super open. All right,
Oh, okay.
let me take a
I'm not
look.
really looking hard.
Where did I put that candle? I can't find. I swear, it's like somebody moved everything in here.
It's right there on that point.
I did not put it there.
Grabs it.
Probably the woman, yes.
Probably.
He lights a candle, holds it up to your eyes.
Well, yeah. Something's wrong. Don't know what.
I can see better at night. It's kind of weird, right?
Very.
Said the sun was hot or something too.
Oh,
Like,
yeah?
Can you surgery on him real quick? Get him fixed up.
Maybe. Let me go ahead and see. Why don't you go ahead and lay down?
Okay.
Kind of puts his hand across your chest. Stops for a moment.
It's normal, right? It's all good.
I don't know. It's a little slow.
I'm pretty calm right now.
That's a lot of slow.
Still waiting.
Yeah, it's supposed to be faster than that.
He goes ahead and wanders over, and he kind of moves around, grabs some a bottle, pops a cork, takes a swig before moving on over to you.
Here.
What is this?
Anesthetic.
Oh. My favorite. I have the anesthetic.
Yeah. Takes it.
Well, I don't know. Something's clearly wrong. You notice anything? You've been feeling well? Sniffles, coughing, anything like that?
My skin itches when I'm in the sun, and I don't know. This is a big one. That's the big one. I wasn't able to sleep at all last night.
Oh, yeah, it explains why you look terrible.
I slept like a rock during the day before, though. It's not too bad.
Well, that's good.
You see him kind of moving around.
I swore I had more candles around here. Dang. Alright, well, might need to do some exploratory surgery.
I nod approvingly.
Yeah.
Finally,
Some
we're talking
answers.
solutions at last. Whatever it takes, Twitch. You get in there.
Just roots around.
Got it, buddy.
What even is this?
Just throws it.
Yeah.
And that's how Clinton had his gallbladder removed.
That's why Clinton only has one kidney.
Has your side hurt?
No.
You sure?
He pokes your side.
Does it hurt? No.
Huh. Weird.
Why is it weird? Should I be hurting?
Somewhere.
Oh. Well, this is not comforting. You're just going to poke around the places. I mean, I was bit in the neck.
Let him work, Clinton.
Listen, I don't know a lot about animals. Now, I
Fuck
will
you.
tell you, there is a woman who recently come into town. Quite the expert.
What's she look like?
She's a little older.
Is her name
Is her name
Harna?
Harna?
You know, I think it might
Really
be.
like some lizards.
Yeah! She loves lizards.
She's a friend of ours.
We
I already
know her.
talked to her. She didn't know either.
Are you talking about the lizards? Yeah, we're talking about the lizards. I think her name is Harna. Yeah, wait, woman! He turns back. So nosy. Alright. I think your blood's bad.
I mean, that's not good. That's all I have.
You might need to have some of it drained.
I mean, people have been trying to do that to me for weeks. I only have what I have.
Alright, listen. Now, I've sent you to an apothecary before, right?
I don't know. Us as a whole, or me personally? I do not recall this.
It was after the surgery with that guy, the mole. What was his name? Donkey.
Donk.
Right.
Honk.
Donkey. Yep.
He died from his complications to
Buckaroo.
his surgery. It was not good.
No. Listen, it's not my fault at that point. It's the apothecary.
It's fair. We should assault them.
He says,
Says you might want to talk to him about some leeching.
That sounds awful.
All right then. We'll do that. We gotta get this cleared up quick.
he gives sort of a nod. And he says,
All right then. Well,
he says,
if you need any surgery, let me know.
Yeah,
Thank
all right.
you. Thank
You
you
take
for
care.
your time, Twitch.
No problem.
and you guys go ahead and step on out. Everyone go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Me included?
Sure. No, you're not there. Fuck off. Stupid
Oh,
bird.
that's why I was asking.
Dumb bird.
Jesus,
Fuck you.
Jesus Christ,
Fuck
Rennie.
you, bird.
Fucking dumb bird.
Like, can I see them from here?
Yeah.
Squaw!
Um. So you guys go ahead and step on out. Into the hot sunlight. The great red ball beating down on you. And as you guys
Fuck me,
kinda
that's bad.
look around, Shay, you notice at the base of the doorway where you guys step out, in the bottom corner, there seems to be a small etching. As your eyes focus and you look down, you see it appears to be the skull of a serpent.
That's Twitch's door?
Correct.
Won't point it out to them like in the doorway because that might look rather suspicious. But once we're away a little bit, bring it up.
And we'll go
Yeah.
ahead and end the session there.
Twitch is a bad guy.
He's a Slytherin.